meant the world to me. So I gave her everything. She turned out to be a cheat.
She's been thinking for a long time. I did find somebody new.
I was thinking that this whole time.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Kind regards, masses, it's me, Hi Bike, and I am back with some more Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom. How have you guys been? I've been very great, actually. So I have some very, very good news to share. So, alright, so Zach's birthday was actually, okay, it was either yesterday or today, I don't remember, but he had a party yesterday, like a little dinner party at a Chinese buffet, so I went to that. And then today, they had like another party or something at one of his uncle's house. Like it's on Zach's mom's side of the family. Like I think it was her younger brother or something. I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. I didn't get to go to that one because I was hanging out with Kyler today. Also, shout out to Kyler for giving me a very nice massage today. I needed that. It was very relaxing. But so I didn't go to this party, but the shout out to Eric, that's the relative in question. He was they have puppies over there and they offered to give one of them to us. So like my mom she called me to let me know and I was like, "Yeah, I really do want a dog." Cuz like, with Snickers gone, like and I need that emotional support dog friend. So we got the dog. So I'm not going to announce it yet. Just kind of give an official like Snickers announcement sometime this week because we still haven't gotten his ashes yet. But I'm glad. I'm really happy. We have this dog over here. So it's like a Shih Tzu and Pomeranian mix. And we did settle on a name. His name is Chowder. Because like my mom came up with the name because like I guess she made like not clam chowder but shrimp chowder. She made that and brought it to the party and everyone liked it. But also the dog looks like a chowder. Like he gives off that vibe. So I put him to bed just a few minutes ago. So he's sleeping in the bathroom for now, but tomorrow I'm gonna see if I can get his shots done. But yeah. Guys, what is up? How we doing today, Jacob and Chuck? How we doing today? Yesterday, but yeah, just I wasn't able to stream on Friday because Kyler and I went out to dinner. I got this really nice what was it called? It was like something like chirashi don. It was like a sashimi bowl, and like it had various sashimi there. I have to share it because it looked really fucking good. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Here, let me get Chrome open. Chowder, that samurai boy pussy got me questioning my loyalty to the emperor. Yeah, I know that fucking Chowder meme has been stuck in my head like the past few hours. I played the Chowder opening theme for Little Chowder, but he's very quiet. And he did have a twin sister who like I guess the face looks more Pomeranian, but yeah, like my mom's like, "Do you want a boy or a girl?" And I'm like, like all of my dogs have been male, so I just chose the male dog, so he's over there. But this is the chirashi don that I got on Friday. It was oh my god, it's really good. I just finished off my leftovers today. But I love the presentation, like the colors just work. This was chef's kiss. I love sashimi. And then after that, we went back to Kyler's house to watch that Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's really funny. Like I would definitely not mind watching it again, like putting it on the movie polls. But yeah, no, like it was a good movie. There were a lot of good jokes, and it was the story was fun. Or it was a good story. I liked following along to it. But yeah, like it just dragged you in. But yeah, no, it was not too bad. But we did have some crazy stuff happening on Friday too. Like I had to see him a little later because we had this one client that my Met friend brought in, from like a town that's maybe like 30-45 minutes out of town. But like I noticed he had private insurance. If you have private insurance, you will like I've explained this before, but you do get a bill sent to you, and you have to pay, like you have to have like an insurance called Medi-Cal if don't have to worry about payment. But I warned her about that to warn the client, but he really wanted to talk to someone, so they brought him in. He's like this big dude. The Dungeons and Dragons movie we watched was the one from 2023. Like, I never got to watch it, and I remember Kyler had always been telling me about it, and I think they recently added it to Netflix, so we saw that. He was like, "Oh my god, we gotta watch this," and I was like, "Okay, let's watch it." So yeah, it was a good movie. I definitely recommend it if you haven't watched it. Like, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, like in general, they do a pretty good job showing off classes and stuff, and they have like references to like creatures and stuff. You've seen it, okay? Yeah, it's a good movie. I like it, but I think it would be also fun to like play it for Discord, just cause. But yeah, like so. Anyways, this client, he was like he gave Dick a bad vibe because he was the one working with the client. Because like if you questioned his delusions, he would like get up in your face and be like, "Oh no." And like he has, you could call it split personality, because he would refer, like, his nice personality was his real name, and then he would refer to his angry personality as Coach. And like, because like my Met friend was like, I guess she was giving him a talk about putting Coach up on the shelf or something. So when I was like, I stayed behind like at least 15 minutes after my shift, because we were trying to get this guy out of the unit. Because like if Dick felt like this guy was dangerous, he did not feel comfortable having a night shift deal with it. Because like Nero was on vacation, like starting on like last Friday, he has been on vacation, and then we really only had like one actual quick staff, and then I think we would have only overtime staff for that night shift. So we were trying to get Met to take this client back home, but my Met friend was busy working on another case. So, and there weren't really too many members, so I think they were like talking to supervisors and stuff, and like Bodhi and Dick apparently stayed behind until like 9 p.m. Like, I was like, "Do you guys need my help?" And like Bodhi just dismissed me at like 7:15. So yeah, like they had been dealing with that, but like I guess like there was like one PEC member that was getting pushback on getting this guy on a hold, because it's like the client actually wanted to go home, which like, that would be a reason to like, safely have him back. But the guy kind of has like a dangerous crisis background that, can cause concern. So that's why Dick and Bodhi wanted to push getting the hold done. And they even got like our big boss involved, like the head of crisis services involved somehow. I don't know how she got involved, but as soon as she heard about this case, she was like, "Nope, this guy has to go inpatient." So the hold got written on him. He went over to the hospital, and then eventually he did get inpatient. But yeah, no, it was just crazy what happened. So, and like poor Dick was already up like since 3 a.m. because like he took overtime for the shift before Friday. So even staying afterwards, it's like, oh man, the exhaustion. Like the next day I felt the exhaustion coming from the both of them. But yeah, they worked hard. And I did what I could. I feel a little bad, but it was taken care of, so that's the main thing. And then even yesterday too, like we got these 2 clients. I mean, I wouldn't say they were too bad. Well, okay, one of them was, because so Bodhi was working with this client, and like this certain client was outside. Bodhi went out to get dinner before that, and like he saw this same client smoking a fucking meth pipe just like down the street. So then eventually he ended up in front of our building, and like he kept knocking on the door, and like Bodhi went out to be like, okay, how can we help you? And like he had been like going to our detox program, like I don't know, like the 2 days before or something. Like he's just been like overutilizing this program and not engaging in services. So we were like, so Bodhi was like, no, this has to stop. And plus the guy like took like, he drank 2 Four Locos along with the meth. So that wouldn't really be reason to be sent to the detox program. Like he would have to be medically cleared for that, because that is just way too much alcohol in his system on top of drug. But and Bodhi told him, you have to go to the hospital first if you want to be cleared. And then the guy was all like, fuck you, cracker, and then he walks off. But he kept like staying in the area, so like Tosti, like he decided to stay behind as well. Like he worked 1 extra hour for his shift. So yeah, like we were like busy trying to deal with that guy, and then I had another client that also, well, she actually came from the hospital, but it's like she wasn't really all there. Like she seemed very happy, but at the same time, like she would like pull the suicidal card. So like I tried to talk her down, and it was weird because one of her caseworkers, or like some staff that worked at the place that she lives at, like showed up, and she was like, oh, I found her. I need to take pictures to show that, like confirm that we have her location. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it turned out that the ambulance got called on this client, and she got sent over to the hospital to where we were. But the staff that she works with, like, she never found out which hospital, so she was like going around like all the hospitals in town just trying to track this client down. But it was good that she found her. But like it was the end of her shift, so she asked if like we could do transport. So I'm like, sure, I'll just let her rest on the unit for a little bit. I'll give her some food and see like, if she's ready to go back home. So I gave her time, and just when my shift was about to end, I go up to her and ask, okay, how are you feeling? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, did you want to go home or... And then she's like, oh, my head hurts. And I'm like, do you want to go back to the hospital to get that checked? And then she just kind of gives me this look, and she's like, no, whatever, I'm going home. Like, she was just like, indecisive at first, but then she eventually decided, okay, home. So like, thankfully, one of the night shifts showed up and took her home, but... Yeah, it was a little bit to take care of, but other than that, yesterday wasn't really too bad. It was mostly chill. It was honestly mostly chill. Like, I can't complain. But, yeah. Excuse you guys, I'm going home. Exactly. But yeah, no, like this weekend, not too bad. And also it's daylight savings time for us here in America, not counting Arizona. Those guys are weird for not... Actually, Arizona, I don't know. We're the only country that really does daylight savings time. But, and I don't know, I don't really know the reason why Arizona doesn't do it. But it's just so disorienting every time, like, daylight savings time comes around. Because it's like, we look outside, it's 6 p.m., but it's still bright. Like, what? But yeah. So that's that. I do want to make this a drinking game to celebrate new doggo, and also it's always fun doing drinking games with Hakuoki. So, going over the prompts, and also if you guys want to take part in the drinking game, whether with an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage, you can click on this link, scroll down to the Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom section, and I'll also let you know when to drink. But we'll take a drink every time Yukimura says, "Ho," every time Yukimura is useless, twice if she angsts about not being able to help more, every time we get a CG screen. Any member of the Shinsengumi appears out of nowhere to save Yukimura in the nick of time. Okita casually mentions killing someone, twice if it's Yukimura. Someone completely fails to be fooled by Yukimura's cross-dressing. Someone mentions seppuku, twice if they're actually expressing the intention to commit seppuku. Yukimura cries, Twice if it happens when someone else is obviously holding back tears. Saito or Yamazaki turns out to have been lurking unseen in the shadows. Anyone calls a previously unseen lurker out of the shadows because they could tell all along that a person was there. Yukimura serves tea. Yukimura sweeps. Like with the broom, she's doing the cleaning. Hijikata and Kazama face off. Saito and Amagiri face off. Harada and Shiranui face off. Drink a whole bunch when the three above occur at the same time. Someone points out that not having to protect Yukimura would leave the Shinsengumi better off, but the Shinsengumi or any individual member insists on continuing to do so anyway. Someone has an episode of fury bloodlust. Kazama calls any member of the Shinsengumi insects or dogs of the shogunate. Kazama talks about the furies being fakes. Okita coughs. Okita says, I can still fight. Hijikata says any form of that's in order. Harada talks about how it's a man's duty to protect women and or children. Saito delivers a soliloquy about swords. Heisuke angsts about being a monster. Someone drinks Yukimura's blood. Amagiri interrupts and stops a fight. You hear the phrase warrior spirit or bushi no tamashi. Someone tells Yukimura any form of I leave whoever's route it is to you. Hijikata says nandato or what the hell. Every time someone says, seriously? Sheesh, don't worry, for real, calm down, among, white, or thank you so much. Every time I make a wrong choice and have to go back. Every time a character dies. Every time anyone is loud. Significantly louder voice lines, not counting screams. 2 drinks if it's Nagakura. Every time alcohol is involved. I'll include mentions this time. Every time Kazama insists Yukimura should be his waifu. Every time Okita simps for Kondo, every time the date is announced, and for every grammar or spelling error. If you guys have any ideas for prompts, feel free to let me know, and I will consider adding them onto the prompt list. A lot of other countries share the daylight savings time stupidity. Okay, I always assumed it was just us. Okay, yeah, at least the majority of the world doesn't do it. Is the impression that I have, but yeah. Anyways, we will get going on game. So. Last time on Hakuoki, we finished Yamazaki's route. So they were going to go save Kondo from, execution. And Kodo, the bald father, ended up being there. And it's so fucked up because in Yamazaki's route, at least so far, this is the only route I've seen this on, but he revealed that as Yukimura was growing up, he would test out her immunity, her healing powers by dosing her with poison, basically. Giving her poisonous doses. And it's just what the fuck? Because, Yukimura would only really, show symptoms of, sickness. Kind of like she has a fever or something. But, yeah, no, it was fucked up. And then Okita came to save the day, surprisingly. But, unfortunately, he ended up dying. He, put out his all to try to save Kondo, but, Kondo ended up getting executed, and so did Okita. Well, Okita ended up dying, but rest in peace. Not anymore though, because we're on a new route, but it's always so tragic hearing that stuff. You used to think it was just the USA too, but almost all of Europe does it? Oh, well, never mind. Okay. I'm assuming the third world countries, or maybe Asia in general doesn't do DST. Maybe it's a Western concept. Who the fuck even came up with daylight savings time? Whoever decided that was a good idea, it's not a good idea, fuck you. You have ruined things for everyone. Spring forward is the worst, because we're losing a fucking hour. But then, it's weird, because, when does the transition happen? Because, I was up, 1, 2 a.m., or, no, I was even up 3 a.m. too, but when I checked the transition to midnight, was still there, transition to 1 a.m., nothing lost, But it was like somewhere between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. where the transition happened, and I always thought that, you know, maybe it would at least skip over 1 a.m. But it's so weird. Like, I don't understand. Fucking ridiculous. But back to recap. So Yamazaki and Yukimura ended up splitting from the Shinsengumi's plans to get rid of the bald father. So they did that. Yukimura was just about to finish off Kodo herself, but Kazuma randomly showed up and was like, no, you guys can't kill him, and then just leaves. And then Yamazaki went back to the Shinsengumi just to say that he officially wanted to quit so he can start a new life with Yukimura. No more fighting. And then we saw the epilogue, and he became a doctor, and he and Yukimura married, and it was very sweet and cute. But yeah, so that was the end of that route. I want to do, I think his name is Hachiro Iba. He's the one who's voiced by Light Yagami's voice actor, but I want to do his route because, from what we saw in Yamazaki's route, because, like, we saw a little bit more of his character in that route, he seems like a very nice guy. Not like a nice guy trademark, but, like, he seems interesting. So I would like to try his route. Like, I want to see one of the new characters added for Kyoto Winds and Edo Blossoms. They added some new characters that you could romance, and he's one of them. So I'm like, I want to try it. You had a long day. You'd like to relax. Well, I'm sorry your day, you know, wasn't as good. So I hope that you can relax here too. Okay, so looking at this guide for this character. Oh, let me also move my drinking game prompts to this screen. Alright, so I have to go from, let's see. So it seems like there's similarities to Yamazaki's route and this guy's route, at least like for where I start. It deviates, okay. It deviates at a certain point, so I'm gonna go from there. If I have that still saved. Let's see. Your day was good, just long and you took a nap. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like you are coming back from, you know, different time zones and stuff, you know, traveling, so understandable. Okay, so back in chapter 1. Or not. Wait. Or 5. Maybe, oh, you know what? Be back here. Maybe? Would it be back here? Hold on. Oh no. Oh no, wait, maybe I do have to start all over. Hold on. 1-1. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to start from all the way back here. So we'll skip around. Still dealing with jet lag. Yeah. Well, you'll adapt to our regular time in time. Okay, so I'm supposed to find a way to escape. Keep skipping because we've seen all this.
No.
Oh, me too. So this time I have to run for it. Okay, this is brand new, so there we go. We got some new stories so far, like right here. I had no choice but to run. If I was going to die anyway, then I had nothing to lose by trying to escape. Slipping around a stunned Kondo, I took off down the hallway. Ooh.
お前な、本気で逃げ出せるとでも思ったのか?
Fucking watch me, bitch. He snatched me up in one smooth motion and threw me over his shoulder. Damn, never mind. Let me go!
話したら逃げるんだろうがこのアホ.
But I don't want to die. And there's something I have to do.
年派もいかねえ小娘が下手な断層までして何を果たそうってんだ.
Huh? Oh, there we go, our first drink. Oh, also, I have that Lucky Buddha beer for my drink tonight. So this stuff is so good. Did he just say girl? When I stopped flapping my arms and legs, Hijikata put me back down on the floor. Hijikata? I looked up at Hijikata, and he did not seem happy at all. Did you just say girl? As I hesitantly repeated the word, Sannan nodded to himself, as if realizing something.
なるほど。やはり女性だったんですか。君は。
Hold on, I know it's a prompt where it's like, oh, someone's fooled. Someone completely fails to be fooled by Yukimoto's cross-dressing. Oh! You know what? For Hijikata, I'll count that, because he straight up calls out Yukimoto as a girl, so I'll take a drink for that too.
どう見ても女の子だよね。君は綺麗に化けたつもりかもしれないけど。
Okay, I'll drink for Okita there too. I don't know, Sanan's just like, there was some like hesitation there. It's like, maybe this is a guy. I don't know, Okita's like, yeah, that's obvious. I'll take a drink for that too. Or did all of you know from the start? Was my disguise that bad? I wasn't quite sure what to think.
この近藤勇一生の深くまさか君が女子だったとは
Well, he fell for it. Well, perhaps they hadn't all known. His reaction put me somewhat at ease.
命をかけられる理由があるんだろう。ごまかさずに全部
You're tired every day, it sucks. Aw, man. I know. I'm sorry to hear that. I kind of feel that way too. Even when I get, like, all the sleep. But, you know, obviously on the days I work, it's a little worse. But, I don't know. For me, I've gotten used to it. But it does suck having, like, you know, that feeling. It's like, dude, I want to be not tired. I'm not trying to get you... Okay, well, if we want it... Well, despite Hijikata's route being, like, the route to go for, like, with every fucking adaptation of this game, like anime or the live-action play or whatever... Excuse me. I still want to do Hijikata's route to see what it's like in the original game. So, yeah. I looked back at him and nodded. Good to know. How was that points with Hijikata? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Maybe because it's him being like the first one to call out Yukimoto. Or like, I don't know, like he's actually picking her up, that physical contact. I don't know. I don't know, man. I didn't make this game. And so, there I was. Once more surrounded by the leaders of the Shinsengumi.
少年にしては華奢で可愛らしい顔をしていると思っていたんだがまさか本当に女子だったとはな
Kondo was nodding his head repeatedly, as if he were agreeing with a very intelligent suggestion. For him to notice the softness of my features, it was a bit embarrassing to be complimented so directly. I feel like we've seen all this before, but I'll play it out for now.
しかし女の子を一晩縄で縛っておくとは
Okay, you know what? I remember that line, so we can skip ahead. Yeah. Get us to our next choices. It's always so funny when you skip ahead and then the voice lines get cut off, like, January. Let me read it off. Give me that prompt. Mid-January 1864. That is a drink. And then I will skip ahead again. You had an interview on Friday. Thought it was retail, but it's a door-to-door salesman's job. Yeah, that does. It's hard doing that job because you know a lot of people are not gonna want to answer the door. I think I'm supposed to stay put. Just in case I'm gonna make a save since we actually did choose a different choice. You know, this is where I loop around, so I'll save over here. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to stay put. To be completely honest, staying in this room was awfully boring. Hold on, let me double check if I've actually like... Okay, I have done this choice before, so we can skip ahead.
Saga? Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to stay put in Yamazaki's route too. I could see that. Hold on. Your biggest worry would be picking up enough customers per day. The expectation is about 9 per week. By picking up, does that mean like in general interactions, or the customer has to actually like want to agree to whatever you're selling or actual buy? Oh. Not sure how you did on the interview. Yeah, that's always nerve-wracking. It's like you finish an interview and it's like, did I do good or not? Hijikata caring? I had no idea. Let's go with that. Kondo's view of Hijikata seemed so at odds with my own personal experience with him. Yeah, no idea. Just that is what I just chose, right? Hold on. Yeah, okay. And we also have to choose that for Yamazaki, so I will skip ahead. The customer has to actually agree to buy. Yeah, I don't know about 9 either. Yeah, like I'd rather have a more secure job. I do, you know, not gonna lie, I do kind of like the idea of going door to door. Because, you know, it's like, I get to travel around, I get to drive around and stuff. But at the same time, selling stuff, that is so fucking annoying. Like, I hate door-to-door salesmen. Or even like the fucking, you know, the Jehovah's Witnesses or the Mormons, whatever, like, or I forget who it was, but what other one goes like door to door. I don't want your shit. Leave me alone. The punch. Oh right, this is, I think this is where Heisuke slips the information about the Furies. Sigh. Yes? Get me another date? February 1864. I drink and I skip. There's Dio. Yeah, I remember he showed up when we had that encounter with Iba. Oh, you know what? Yeah, of course this route's gonna go a lot like Yamazaki's at first. I think I'm supposed to ask. Hold on, I'll save again. Yeah, like I really don't mind like overwriting and stuff, because it's like I've seen these before, and I can always just go back around. So, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to ask to help around. I didn't get many chances to see Hijikata, so I took the opportunity to ask him. Yes. And yes, that is exactly what we did when Yamazaki's are out, so blah 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 blah. Because Yamazaki's route all led up to that one part where he escorts us, kind of walks off, and then we get that encounter with Iba, which I will play again just for the relevance of this route. Excuse me, May 1864, drink and skip. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to accompany Hijikata as the page. Yeah, this is right. In that case, please allow me to accompany you, Hijikata, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Wait, maybe I could have just gone back and... Or you know what? The ran for it is why I did this again. So no. This was the only choice. There's Yamazaki. Sorry, but I'm not romancing you this route. So the door-to-door job is for a sales company selling AT&T fiber optic connection services. The funny thing is that you have a different sales company for that exact same thing requesting an interview. Wow, what are the odds? Oh, here, this is where the scene starts, so... It was probably smarter to do as Hijikata says, so I went inside the shop. Yeah, I'll just read out this whole scene. Alright, where to start? I asked customers that wandered in and out of the store, politely grabbing their attention. Unfortunately, it seemed like no one knew anything about my father's whereabouts. I sipped on my tea, though it was stone cold Austin by now, and sighed. There's Dio. A man barged into the shop. I recognized the shouting man by his familiar corps uniform. It was Takeda, the captain of the Shinsengumi's 5th Division. What could he be doing here? I guess AT&T has multiple sales companies trying to sell the exact same thing. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. AT&T is just such a huge company, so okay. Wonder if this other one asking to interview you will offer you more or less money. Yeah, huh? See how that goes. The owner's voice was trembling, and Takeda responded arrogantly. The first one offered about $1,200 per week. Okay. Oh. 6 days a week for about 48 hours? Yeah, that is a lot. Sweat poured down the owner's face, and he shook with fear. Takeda glanced around the store with a sticky glare. I quickly ducked behind a shelf so he wouldn't notice me. I managed to avoid detection as he scanned the store. Then Takeda approached the owner again. Yeah, what even is a sticky glare? As I peeked to get a closer view of their conversation, I could see the owner gulp. Although Takeda was not being explicit, it was clear that he was soliciting a bribe from the shop owner. You have an interview with the tutoring organization on Tuesday. Dang, more tutoring? Oh no! Just when I was about to speak out, someone placed their hand on my shoulder. Yep, here it is.
ダメですよ。女の子が危ない真似をしちゃ大怪我するから。
The mysterious samurai whispered gently into my ear. His facial features were so fine, he looked like he'd stepped out of a painting. And, well, that's a new CG. Well, it is a CG, so we'll drink. We've seen this before, but... it's very important to show him off this first scene for his route. Tutoring isn't your ideal job, but you're qualified and you know you can do it. Yeah, right? Iba has a little purple in his eyes. He does. I'm not sure if that's just supposed to be like shading or... well, we'll see more of him later, so... I don't know if that's intentional or not. His skin looked incredibly fair and soft, and he was almost as handsome as Hijikata. For a second, I thought he was an actor. He was dressed in expensive-looking fabrics, leading me to believe he must be a samurai of high status.
いいから
Don't worry, that's a
こうい
drink.
うことはお兄さんに任せておくものです
His soft voice calmed me down, and I slowly sat back down. Would he be alright? Takeda was massive, and his short temper seemed like a recipe for disaster if anyone crossed him. What if it came to blows?
すみませんちょっといいですかあなた新選組の方ですね
Takeda turned to face this man, staring in disbelief that someone would approach him in such a manner.
だとしたらどうだというのだ
そちらの主人は尊上過激派を出入りさせてないと言っているようです一体何の疑いでこの方を連れて行くつもりなんでしょうか
なんだ私の邪魔をするとは貴様この店に出入りする不逞老師の一人か
The mysterious samurai smiled, and he responded calmly.
邪魔をしたら不逞老師とは取り調べも何もあったものじゃないですね
我々のタイムを妨害しているのだから証拠としては十分だ
Takeda stinky.
わかりましたここだと他の人たちに迷惑がかかりますから外に出ませんか
不逞の輩がようやく己の立場が分かったようだな
Takeda huffed smugly and headed out of the store to challenge the samurai. Takeda's smirk remained on his face as the two faced off in the street. He assumed an offensive stance, and then reached for his katana to threaten him. Or not. You want to see all these characters with the chonmage haircut? Head front shaved and hair pulled into a bun in the back. Yeah, right? Because typically that would be what they have. Like, what's his face? Oh shit, what is that guy's name? Oh my god, I forgot it. We just saw him, but the one you can't romance that's like a side character, he's got the look. As soon as Takeda reached for his sword, the samurai intercepted by grabbing the mouth of the sword.
離せ離さぬと
まさか本気で刀を抜くつもりじゃないですよ
He
ね
no way, yeah that guy. Fuck, I feel bad I forgot his name.
もし抜けば僕も見て見ぬふりができなくなってしまいます
Front facing Eva.
そうなら
My
ないよう
guy,
に
he has
したいんです
been looking like this like for the past few minutes. The samurai possessed a duality. One side was a soft-spoken gentleman, the other side a warrior. Takeda must have sensed this as well because he made no further attempts to draw. Before we knew it, people had gathered around the store, murmuring amongst themselves. Yeah, I count that. Amongst is kind of like an among. It's a variant. The Mibu wolves are having a duel? Are they causing trouble again? Such murmurs caught my ear as I looked ahead.
人が集まってきているようですよ本当に抜くつもりですか
The samurai seemed to already know the answer. He was super close to the camera. Okay. Takeda grit his teeth angrily and he roughly shook off the samurai's hand.
貴様の顔忘れはせんぞ。覚えておけ。
His face was flushed red, and he swiftly turned on his heels and was gone. As the tensions deflated, I exhaled in relief that things didn't come to violence. I'm glad that's over.
とんだ災難でしたね。さあ、中に戻りましょうか。
Excuse me, are you alright?
はい。あのくらい平気です。
I'm so glad. Why did you do such a reckless thing? You helped me, didn't you? The samurai slightly paused, then answered shyly.
あなたが知っていた顔によく似ていたからです。
Excuse me, I was perplexed. Me?
はい。やっぱり似ています。
He studied my face carefully, his eyes dotting up and down my face. Unfortunately, I still had no idea who this person was or where he was from, and yet she never asked for his name. I'm sorry, I think you've mistaken me for someone else. I bowed lightly to him and he looked a little hurt.
いいえ。
That's another drink.
いいですよ。
Don't worry.
ただの勘違いだったみたいですね。
You've been playing World of Goo 2 the past 3 days. Oh yeah, that's right, that's out. You're about 80% completion. Dang, okay. I mean, you've been playing for the past 3 days. I don't know how long you've been playing, but if you're playing on like Kyler levels of playing, then yeah, that would make sense.
とりあえず中に入りましょう。せっかくのお茶やお菓子が台無しになってしまったし。
The samurai's kind demeanor was nearly impossible to resist, and he led me back to the store. Upon entering, the tea shop owner smiled and brought out some freshly brewed tea.
もしかしてわざわざ入れ直してくれたんですか？しかも羊羹まで。
Sitting beside our tea was a neatly arranged platter of sweet bean jelly. Oh, that sounds so good. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. That might just be what I need to bust. That might just be what I need to bust. Cause I'm busting. I'm busting. That's a drink. Only 8 hours? Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's... huh.
お礼を言われるほどのことじゃないですけど。
Like I've never played World of like the original World of Goo, so I don't know how big those games were supposed to be or anything. So I don't know, man. But that's cool. Congrats. You're getting close to 100%.
でも
No, I'm not saying the whole thing again. I'll just drink. This is literally just the previous line.
それはよかった。存分に召し上がってください。それではごゆっくり。
The owner seemed to bow after every sentence and then returned to tend to his counter.
得しちゃいましたね。羊羹、よかったら半分どうぞ。
Oh no. I think the owner means for you to eat all of this.
そうですね。では。
Damn, not even. Are you sure, bitch? Don't mind. It's an indie game, so you think that's why it's on the shorter side. That's fair. He cut the sweet bean jelly into elegantly sliced bits and began to savor each one. I had always thought samurai weren't the kind of people to smile that often, but every time he took a bite, he grinned like a child, as if there was no greater happiness in the world. It wouldn't too much of a stretch, maybe, to guess that he and I were close in age. Yeah, okay, that... They're missing a word. That's a drink. There are plenty of long indie games. Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, you're only playing a few hours. Like, 8 hours is not that long. So it's like, damn, okay, we're already there, 80%. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like... Well, okay, there's a mix, but I do think that there are more longer indie games out there, so it's like, oh yeah, finishing this game might take a bit longer. But you know, there's still the shorter ones, like Miside. That doesn't take that long to play through, and like you can go back to different saves, like get, you know, certain dialogue options, or like go for different endings. It doesn't take long to play like games like that. As this thought came to mind, I could still hear customers murmuring, whispering amongst themselves and to each other. So that's another drink. You got the Kill la Kill Blu-ray set recently. Will you watch the anime again to excuse me, relive the phase you had for it in middle and high school? Yes, absolutely, man. I'm all for it. Yeah, like, you know, there's those anime that, you know, you watched up growing up and stuff, and sometimes you just want to go back and rewatch them. Like, I've kind of, low-key, I kind of want to do that for Soul Eater, but it's also kind of long too, so it's like, ugh. But it does feel nice to relive those memories. Like when I went to rewatch Naruto and then like watch the stuff that I missed. It gave me that good nostalgic feeling. Comparing World of Goo 2 to Miside works. Playtime not that long, but there's a lot packed in there. Yes, exactly.
あのお侍さんが身風呂を追い払ってくれたんだって。
そうらしいわ。武士の中にも意外といい人がいるものなのね。
しかし役者みたいな美なんだな。その上腕も立つなんて。
Ooh, quick hands, huh? The samurai seemed to overhear their discussion, and the admiration made him look uneasy. Wait, no, hold on. That's one of those awkward ones. I remember this. Made him look uneasy. I remember being like, what the fuck last time? So I'll drink for that. As soon as he finished drinking his tea, you plan to watch not only Soul Eater again, but Bleach as well. Yeah, man. Sometimes you just want to relive the good old days of anime. Because 2000s anime, you know, you can't really get that vibe again compared to, like, the anime that are released right now. He rushed to get up, but not before slipping me some last words.
それでは、僕はここで失礼します。もう無茶なことはしないようにしてくださいね。
The good old days after 9/11. Oh my god, that reminds me. So unfortunately, my 9/11 bracelet, it fucking dropped somewhere. So it's gone. However, Kyler is offering to give me his, because I gave him one. And he doesn't really wear it. My mom's also, I got her one too. She's offering to let me have hers, but I don't know, Kyler was gonna give me his today, but he couldn't find it. Or, well, yesterday, it's past midnight, but it's a... Oh, I will wait. I'm upset. Like, I've had a few scares where it's like, you know, the bracelet, like, I think the bracelet's, like, dropped, but then it turned out, like, it was just, like, in my bag, or it actually was on my wrist, but now it's actually fucking gone. Like, it's literally just, like, you know, one of those, like, those stretchy wristbands, like, generic wristbands, like, that, you know, if you go to an event, and they might have, like, those wristbands and stuff, it's like, it's very simple, you know, I guess you could say cheap, but, it's, like, white, and the font says 9/11 Memorial. There's, like, 2 instances of it, like, one so it's, like, it's on one side, the other on the other side, yeah, like, I just feel bad, because it's, like, you know, I've been wearing it. I'm like, dude, that was my bracelet, but there's backup, so it's okay. Like, it's funny, like, I grabbed, like, a bunch of these bracelets, and they were for free, too, but I did donate $5 to the little donation box attached there, because I felt bad just taking one. But, yeah, no, it's okay. Whatever. If I ever, so that way, if I ever lose them, I always have backups. Yeah, Rampart, I am interested in visual novels. I guess you haven't been to these Hakuoki streams, but I've been playing this fucking game for like months now. So, yeah, there's that. I really like this visual novel. It's called Hakuoki. They're based on the Shinsengumi. They are actual samurai, like an actual group of samurai in Japan, but of course they add fictional elements to it. There's like these vampire-like creatures. You were here earlier, but you saw the word samurai boy pussy in chat and immediately left. You know what? I can't blame you. I can't blame you. I too would leave. If I were you. But we are making this a drinking game stream, so if you'd like to take part with an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage, you can click on this link, scroll down to the Hakuoki section, and I'll also let you know when to drink. No, but for real though, I've been playing this fucking game for months, so like, you just happen to not catch these ones, but yeah, no, I like visual novels. They're... Even before this fucking game, like, the Persona 4 stuff, like, spin-offs that were just straight up, like, visual novel, like, the arena games, like, they have their visual novel, like, it was mostly visual novel, at least the story mode, and then you get to the fights, but... Yeah, no. I do like myself my visual novels. And this specifically is an otome game, so you know, you got that dating sim going on here. Just let me play what I want. Oh. The samurai left the store, leaving those parting words behind. He almost gave me no opportunity to thank him properly for earlier. I rushed after the samurai. Wait! I chased after him, yelling to catch his attention. He turned around, blinking quizzically. Fine, just because we've had like a few minutes separated, I'll say it again. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. That might just be what I need to bust. That might just be what I need to bust. Cause I'm bussin'. I'm bussin' for earlier. You saved me. And that's a drink for the thank you so much. He turned away from me, stopping to gaze at the clouds swirling above us. You keep thinking of the villain song from Bob's Burgers movie, especially the falsetto and dance. Right? Wasn't that so good? Oh yeah, that's what we watched yesterday, the Bob's Burgers movie. I've never seen it. I did not expect it to be part musical, but I was all here for it. It's funny because like Kyler usually checks in on what movies I'm watching, and I'm like, we're watching the Bob's Burgers movie. He likes Bob's Burgers. I haven't seen like, I've only seen season 1. But yeah, like I mentioned, oh, it's surprisingly a musical. Kyler fucking hates musicals, so he's like, ah. But honestly, they didn't really have that many songs. Like, your typical musical, like, they'd play fucking songs almost like every 5 minutes or whatever it feels like. But I think it felt like there were only like maybe 4 or 5 songs in this whole movie. Like, you know, like the whole dance routine, whatever. And the dancing animations were like really good. Like, I like this movie. I like it. Like, it's always interesting seeing like animated TV shows have like, you know, the higher quality animation for movies, because you know they have to have it like movie quality for theaters. Yeah. Well, Kyler and my coworkers too, they don't like musicals, mostly because like, you know, there's like a serious scene playing out and then all of a sudden they break out into song and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I understand where they're coming from. It kind of breaks the immersion at points. I like musicals though. Like I don't mind it. I don't mind them. I like songs. I like music. So like it fits for the medium. Like I get why people would be annoyed with them, but you know, I like it. And I kind of didn't expect Bodhi to hate musicals, cause like he's one of those guys who just randomly breaks out into song, but then he's all like, I hate musicals, so I'm like, okay, sure. But whatever, no, I stand by my musicals. They're fun to watch. Well, what should I say? I think I should explain the situation. Hold on. I don't remember what I'm supposed to... Actually, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. clearly I chose the wrong one before, but maybe I'm supposed to explain it. Excuse me. Or no, maybe apologize. We should apologize. I hoped you didn't think Takeda's behavior was an example of how all Shinsengumi captains acted. Hijikata and Inoue were both honorable men. Each one of the captains I had come to know were, in fact, kind and good-hearted, not like Takeda. It was difficult, though, to deny the unease felt by both the samurai and the tea shop patrons. I'm sorry.
どうしてあなたが謝るんです？別にあの人の仲間ではないでしょ。
Well, hashtag not all Shinsengumi, right? Although the samurai showed me kindness, I wasn't sure if I could trust him with the truth. Is this right? Okay, this is right, we're good. In that moment, he picked up on my subtle cue. Oh, I could've just waited. I was like, maybe this is gonna be too much inner monologue. Alright, cool. We're good.
これ以上は詮索しないでおきます。
Wow, how considerate. There was a pause in our conversation, and the wind whistled softly in the background. The samurai didn't break his concentration, staring intently into my face. He looked as if he was staring at something long lost and precious. The moment I addressed him, that look vanished. It was replaced by a smile.
それでは
Oh, you know what? Earlier he was like, you look familiar. Like, I was forgetting why, because in Yamazaki's route, he actually does reveal why I look so familiar, and I forgot, but I just remembered right now. But of course, we're still gonna find out, but I'm like, yeah, okay, I see where you fit into all this. Oh, I'm sorry for stopping you.
気にしないでください。
Don't worry, damn. That's just like, that's his third don't worry, I think. Feels like it. Well, that's a drink. Oh, that's a drink for that too. How did he know my name? Who was this man? Yeah, huh? How? The samurai turned his back to me and departed. He wasn't familiar to me. Who was I to him? I didn't have much time to consider what any of this meant because Hijikata returned shortly after.
少し待たせちまったな。どうだ、コードさんの情報は何かあったか？
Funny story. Hijikata. I quietly shook my head in response.
そうか。まあ、そう簡単に足取りがつかめるわけはねえ。気にするな。
Okay, yeah, no, we'll only focus on the Iba part for that. So like we already seen this happen. I'm just gonna skip over blah 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 blah. And now we're in chapter 2. That was fast. Okay. Damn, they didn't announce the date? Come on. Oh, whatever. Okay, I think I'm supposed to leave. Let's see. Let us see. Yeah, let's leave and search for my father. Huh? Yeah, fuck it, I'll drink for that. It feels like there are more people walking around than usual. So, the correct way. I was supposed to remain in the compound. Fuck it. Fuck, okay. Whatever. So I'll drink for that. After contemplating, I decided to stay. Now, did I choose this for, Okay, yeah, we did this for Yamazaki's route, so we've seen all this before. We'll skip. Oh, excuse me. Ah, those damn cicada.
Na. What?
And it's Sanan. Leave me alone.
What?
Or wait, he didn't turn yet, but still. Leave me alone. I don't trust you. Give me a choice.
Teki. Yep. Ma. So.
Why me? Why me? I'm gonna save over. Just kidding. No, I'll save over this. Why me? Why me? I feel like if I were to go with him, I would only be a burden. Why did he choose me? Yep, that's right. I couldn't stand it. Or hold on, have I chosen this before? I have. Okay, keep going. Yeah, like I've got Yamazaki's, and just in case Harada's route's open too, just to like to double check if I've chosen the choices before. It's like some of these choices are the same for like certain routes, so I'm like, did I do this before? Just so I don't have to be like, oh, we're repeating this, we wasted time. Excuse me. I promised to give the message. I think that's what we're supposed to do. I understand. I promised to deliver the message. Actually, you know, that might have been wrong. Hold on. That was wrong. Yeah, it's Yamazaki you should go. Whoopsies. Hold on. So that's a drink. Yeah, and Yamazaki you should go was a choice for Harada's route, so I won't have to... I won't have to read all this. But I'll just read this part, just because I'll stay behind. Yamazaki, please, you should go. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Wait.
Sanna. Alright.
I will stay with Hijikata. I think that's what we should do. The prospect of being alone with him was rather frightening, but I decided to go with Hijikata. Yes, that's right. And yeah, we've seen this before. It was funny. So like, at Zach's birthday party, like, my parents like were there before, cause like the dinner started at 6. Obviously, I get out at work at 7, but I had to leave later because of the client that I was dealing with. But they were telling them about, like, my parents were telling them about Kyler, and so like when I'm like sitting there, I'm having my dinner, my uncle, Zach's dad, he's all like, oh, so I hear you have a boyfriend. And I'm like, yeah. And then like he's like, I hear he's like Jackie Chan. And I'm like, what do you mean Jackie Chan? And like my parents were telling him about like how at PEC they go hands-on with clients. End of June 1864, that's a drink. So I guess they were joking how it's like, oh yeah, they fight the clients or whatever. Oh, hold on, I gotta reread all that. And I'm like, no, they just restrain them, but it's not like they fight or anything. But then just kind of going on with the bit, I was like, yeah, so I'm kind of Jackie Chan too, because I was also trained. But I explained to them, I was like, oh yeah, no, Quick doesn't go hands-on, so like we don't use the training that we learned. That's just like, you know, just in case we get in a situation. But I'm just explaining all the PEC stuff. And then one of the relatives there like actually worked at the hospital across from us, and he's like, yeah, we send clients to PEC all the time. I didn't ask if he actually worked in the emergency room, but it's either Yeah, no, if he's like, we send clients to Peck, he most likely works in the emergency room, because it's like, they would send clients to either Peck or us at Quick. So I was so tempted to be like, yeah, we have beef with you guys, but I held back. I didn't want to start anything. But yeah, it was just kind of fun sharing that. But here, let's see. We're gonna reread all this part, because now that Eva's shown up. One day, I was out cleaning the courtyard by myself when I heard soft footsteps approaching me.
すみません。こちらが新選組の豚書ですか?
Oh, yes. The voice came from behind me, so I was caught off guard when answering. Didn't I meet you the other day?
こんにちは。お茶屋さん以来ですね。
I just love how Yukimura never bothers to ask his name, where he doesn't bother to introduce himself. So it's just question mark, question mark, question mark. I met him on the first day I was allowed to leave the Shinsengumi compound. Excuse me. It was the mysterious samurai who helped me while I awaited Hijikata's return at the tea shop. Thank you for your help the other day.
いいえ、大したことではありませんでしたから。それより、元気そうで何よりです。
Come to think of it, this man had called me by my name when I encountered him. But I never learned his name. Well, okay. Alright. I guess it makes sense why I didn't share his name, because he assumed we remembered him, but... Whoops! I don't remember you! I remembered Hijikata scolded me for not asking, so I brought it up. I'm so sorry for never asking your name despite you saving me. May I have your name? His eyes twinkled kindly before he spoke, but I heard a faint melancholy in his voice.
僕はIba Hachiro です。
Ah, Hachiro Iba. I had to tell Hijikata later. So, how may I help you today, Iba? My name is Jeff. It should have been Jeff, right?
ええ、実は。
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to cut you off. Hold on.
ええ、実は。
Iba kept glancing towards the compound. I assumed his business was with the Shinsengumi. You don't remember this guy's deal? And that is why I am replaying his scenes. Or at least from what we saw in Yamazaki's route. After, yeah, since we were doing Yamazaki's route, after that he just kind of fucked off, but we'll know more about him. Yeah, so he'll reveal why he knows us. Me, whatever. When I first met him, Iba defended a tea shop owner from Takeda. During this time, Takeda had proudly declared himself as a warrior of the Shinsengumi. I slightly suspected Iba intended to visit and inform the leaders about the incident. Hijikata showed up suddenly, as if he'd overheard us talking. Oh, Hijikata, this man is... Before I could finish my sentence, Iba ran towards Hijikata. You might remember? Yeah, we'll see, we'll see.
あ、やっぱり、トシさん、八郎です。お久しぶりです。
Okay, you know what? He kind of got a little... He got louder than usual. I'll take that as a drink. Lots of twink swordsmen. Yup, they're trying to appeal to the ladies. And, you know, anyone who likes the twinks. They're all beautiful.
八郎か。なんだってこんなところにいるんだ。
Is this that kind of anime? Yep. Yep, it's a reverse harem. And there actually was an anime adaptation. And it's annoying because like every fucking adaptation of this game always focuses on the guy on the left, like his route. It's like, why can't you focus on like doing other routes? Like this has been so overdone. Like fucking, I'm so tired of Hijikata at this point. Where's the dragon? There is no dragon. You came to the wrong place. When Hijikata realized who it was, his eyes grew wide.
驚きました。幕命で教師察に来てるんです。それより新選組って本当にトシさんたちのことだったんですね。この目で見るまでは信じられなかったけど、おめでとうございます。本当に 侍になれたんですね。
All we have are bald people. Yeah. And unfortunately, you might not even see the bald people this time. Or maybe one of them. Actually, I don't know.
おい、冷やかすなよ。まだ扱いは浪人
It's
と同じなんだ。
it's always so funny seeing bald anime men. Like it looks awkward.
でも侍になりたいって夢が叶ったじゃないですか。
New chapter for Dandadan dropping tomorrow. Yay! It's always fun. It's always exciting when a new chapter for a manga, like, you know, you're caught up with comes out. So that's exciting.
冷やかすなって言ってんだろ。
いいえ、江戸じゃ泣く子も黙る新選組といったらとても有名なんですよ。
You're looking for a blonde, lightning-fast swordsman that goes by the moniker of the dragon? Yeah, not here. Not here, unfortunately.
それに
Sounds cool though.
池田屋の話も聞いていま
If
す。
I meet this person, let you know
皆さん
immediately.
とてもご活躍だったみたいですね。
Yes. You swear Invincible Season 3 Episode 1 had a character in the background that looked like Saitama. Really? Dang, I have to go back. Let me know. That's so funny.
ぼちぼちってところだ。
Oh, is it in that certain part where they're fighting the creatures? Is it one of those heroes? Hijikata seemed to be unusually flustered as he looked away. It looked like Iba had come to pay Hijikata a visit. The rapport suggested they'd known each other for some time. Were they good friends? I still needed to tell Hijikata that Iba was the samurai who came to my aid at the tea shop. Oh, it's one of- okay, it was one of those heroes. Yeah, like, I feel like I know who you're talking about, but I have to go back and check. Once I verified their conversation had come to a halt, I mustered the courage to speak to Hijikata. Hijikata? This was the young gentleman who helped me with Takeda the other day at the tea house. You may not be able to see Seiko again after what happened for recent chapters, but you're sure she will return again? What the fuck? Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on in Dandadan. I don't know. I haven't even finished season 1 because, like, I was watching with Kyler, but, like, after that sad episode, we don't really want to watch again, so I'm like, okay. The Invincible character was bald and had a cape and a red, yellow, orange costume color scheme. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was supposed to be a reference to One Punch Man. I'm not sure, like, which came out first. Like, I don't know if that character was, like, in the original Invincible comics, which I still need to read. But, yeah, no, I don't know which one came first. Yeah, I don't even know. When did Invincible come out? Like the comics? Hijikata furrowed his eyebrows.
そうだったのか。こいつが迷惑をかけたっていうか、余計なもんを見せちまったようだ。
たまたま通りがかっただけです。それに私事中でしたからどこにも報告はしていません。
そいつはすまねえな。まあ立ち話もなんだ。中に入ってくれ。
I couldn't quite place Hijikata's expression as he ushered Iba into the compound. I brought tea to the two in the common room. Hijikata told me to remain there, so I decided to listen to their conversation.
今日に来たのは幕命って言っていたな。何の仕事で来たんだ。
今は奥詰め役を務めています。
Okuzume? The word was unfamiliar.
こいつは幕府直参の旗本で、奥詰めっていうのは将軍の身辺。
Wait, did Yukimura serve tea? Hold on, I just realized that. Yes, I brought tea. There we go. That's a drink. Fuck. He is? I am honored to meet such a man.
いえいえ、そんなことありません。父の仕事の縁でたまたまなんです。
But what would bring a man of his stature here, Hijikata? Get those Japanese words out of here. I know, right? It's kind of funny too, because he also that character who said that does kind of look like Saitama. Well, I mean he's bald, so that's the only similarity. They're just bald. This meant Iba was someone who worked directly with the shogun. What was such an important person doing here?
お前の考えてることはわかるぜ。なんで俺と知り合いかってことだ。
I slowly nodded.
こいつはな、旗本であると同時に江戸じゃ4本指に入る道場の一つ、新行東流伊庭道場の跡取り息子だ。その伊庭道場と俺たちがいた道場とはそこそこ交流があってな、その縁だ。
ええ、そうなんです。だからトシさんたちがいる今日に来ることになってとても楽しみにしていたんです。
Iba's eyes shone with adoration, but Hijikata scoffed. Also, the fact that he's calling Hijikata Toshi, I'm reminded of that fucking American Dad character, so it's like, I want to see, like, American Dad Toshi, cosplaying as Hijikata.
勝手に喜んでろ。だが、覚えとけよ。
Toshi!
今日はそんなに楽しいところじゃねえからな。
Yeah, you know what? I would also like to see Hijikata as a Yoshi.
はい、肝に銘じておきます。でも、そんなに危険なのに、女の子でも大使が務まるんですか?
Iba glanced at me when he asked his question before looking to Hijikata. I glanced towards Hijikata, who looked uncomfortable. Oh wait, he didn't fall for the disguise, did he? Yeah, it seemed like Iba picked up on something from our demeanor.
もしかして
Yeah, okay, he wasn't fooled. Alright. But I mean, well, okay, I can't reveal that yet, but I'll drink for that. He wasn't fooled by the disguise. I didn't want to confirm, so I stared at the floor without speaking.
彼女が女の子なのは初めて見た時から気づいていました。彼女のせいじゃありません。
分かってる。見るやつが見りゃ分かることだ。
They're supposed to be keeping that a secret from all the other Shinsenkumi, so he's like calling everyone else a fool too then, huh? Hijikata looked resignedly towards Iba and sighed.
こいつはちょいと訳ありで預かってて、表向きは男ってことになってる。新選組でも一部の奴らしか知らないことだ。だから、ここでも下手なことを口にしないでくれ。
わかりました。そのわけ、僕が聞いてもいいですか？
こいつの親父が行方不明でな、捜査に協力してもらっている。
行方不明って、もしかして雪村光道さんがですか？
When he mentioned my father's name, the hairs on my neck stood up. How do you know my father's name? That's not the only thing that has to be kept under wraps. Know what I'm saying? It seemed like Hijikata was also shocked by his knowledge, and he looked dubiously towards Iba.
ちょっと待て。なんでこいつの親父が光道さんだって分かったんだ？
それはすごい昔のことですが、雪村診療所に行ったことがあるんです。
It is revealed.
僕のこと。
Yeah, don't get close to me, bitch. Oh wait, no, I do want you close to me. This is your route. We're romancing you, yes. Get close to me. Iba asked timidly, and it finally clicked for me. If Iba had visited my father's clinic, then that explained how he knew my name, and my father. No matter how hard I tried, however, I couldn't recall his face or name. Yeah, you're one of those, you're one of those plain clients. I wouldn't remember you. I'm sorry for not remembering. Or, no, hold on. Were you a patient? Or, no, because, I mean, if I apologize, I feel like being apologetic would be like, oh, whoopsies. I'm sorry for not remembering. Plus, I didn't choose this last time, so let's see. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. Ah, damn it. Okay, no, I have to go back. Huh. Eva seemed a little disappointed by my response. Oh no, wait, hold on. This is right, actually.
まあ、小さな頃のことですから、覚えていなくて当然ですよ。
Yeah. Oh, okay, that was right. Alright, cool. Yay me. But I'll make sure to remember you from now on.
ありがとう。では、改めてよろしくお願いしますね。
Yes. His smile was so contagious. I couldn't help myself from returning it.
おい、客人に向かって今度はちゃんと覚えますじゃねえだろ。
いいですよ。それに、彼女が忘れないうちに。
One thing you've learned is that apologizing is often the correct choice in Japanese games. You know what? That is true. They are a very polite culture. Let's see. I feel like... Oh shit, I forgot. There was a prompt I wanted to look up, but I forgot what I was even looking up in the first place. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. I was gonna see if it was like Hijikata being angry, but it's just like a... What the hell? Yeah, no. No, we're good.
Huh?
Huh?
お前は来なくていい。
He got loud there. He got loud. Alright, I'll take a drink for that.
そう言わないでくださいよ。同じ江戸出身のよしみじゃないですか。
Iba drew Hijikata in closer in a jovial manner, and Hijikata seemed unsure how to react. Hijikata was normally really strict, so seeing him act this way was new. Please replay the ha? Okay. It's because I know I replayed it last time. Alright, fine.
はあ？何言ってやがる？はあ？何言ってやがる？お前は来なくていい。
Okay, I didn't know the lines would play after looking at them. Outside of that screen. Alright. I had a lingering suspicion that Hijikata was actually enjoying himself. All of the commotion must have alerted the captains. They popped up out of nowhere.
Oi, oi! Hachiro じゃねえか!
Okay, that's loud Nakamura, alright. Nagakura, whatever. Same energy as Momo, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
聞いたことがある声だと思ったらお前だったのか。
新八さん、原田さん。
You know them too?
それに皆さんも。
Okay, wait, I actually don't remember this part.
そうか。お前も今日に来た
Oh
の
my
か。
god, he just continues to be loud.
武者修行か?
Hold on.
それとも狂犬物か?
Okay, that's 2 more drinks, but I have to get a new bottle. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'll take the 2 drinks. I wanted to check up on Chowder, and he was on the puppy pad that I left out for him, but he didn't pee or anything. He hadn't even like drink any more water, but he was just kind of sitting there, just kind of chilling. And like it was all crumpled up under him too, so I'm like, no, that's not what that's for. But he's okay. He's just chilling. All right.
なわけねえし、お偉いさんの護衛とか視察なんだろ。
まあ、はい、そういうところです。
Chowda is 3 months old, according to Eric. 3 months and 2 weeks old by now. So he's pretty young. Yeah, he's a very small puppy. Yeah, and plus like he's Shih Tzu and Pomeranian, so yeah, he's gonna be small, but we'll see how big he grows.
あんたが今日に来るとなると、それなりの職務に就いたという。
Iba nodded plainly in response.
ふん、君も今日に来たんだ。ま、死なない程度に気をつけなよ。
Okita. Well, he didn't outright say I'm gonna kill you or anything, so that's not a drink.
助言ありがとう。覚えておきます。
Yeah, Chowda's small for now. While you were researching the Saitama cameo on Invincible, you also found a Haley Joel Osment cameo. Right! I remember the trailer mentioned he was gonna be in this season. Which one was he? Like, who did he play? Or did we not see him yet? Or maybe, did you not see him yet? I might have seen him at this point. I didn't look up or pay attention to like who he plays.
じゃあ、今度飲みに行くか。なんなら今からでもいいんだぜ。
Okay, he mentioned alcohol too, so that's like 3 drinks. Fucking Nagakura. Each of the captains surrounded Iba and exchanged words. They all seemed to be enjoying the chance to catch up with each other. It seemed he really had been acquainted with everyone back in Edo. Hichikata watched their interaction with warmth in his eyes and muttered.
あいつは旗本で、伊庭道場の跡取り息子のくせに。
He's the heir of his own dojo?
気に入ったの
Or
か
his
しら。
own family dojo?
俺たちとつるみやがってな。
Aw. Oh, also, Chowder is really fluffy. he's so soft. And we gave him a bath when he came here because when he was staying at Eric's house, he was an outside dog. So we went and cleaned him up. And he's very soft and he smells good. Don't think you've seen Haley Joel Osment yet. Looking at a screenshot where there's a character that's just straight up drawn to look like him. Oh, what the fuck? You know what? Maybe I have seen it. I'm not gonna say anything, but fuck. That's so funny. It's like the animators were like, yeah, no, let's put Haley Joel Osment in Invincible, and we will make him voice this character. Yes. Excuse me. They wanted him. He seems to be close with everyone. I need pictures of Chowder, man. Eventually, I'll post it. Like, what I'd like to do is officially announce Snickers passing on Discord later. Once we get his ashes in. And then just follow up with, yeah, like good news. Because it's like, you always want to put the bad news out first and then good news. So, like, since I haven't, actually made any official announcements, I'm just gonna pair them up together. These 2 cameos have been... Okay. Let me see. Is this just like is this just a link just for personal reference for me? Or... Oh. Okay, I never actually made that connection. Oh, I didn't even notice. Shit. Okay, you know what? I'll show it. Yeah, I'll show it. Is this your link too? But yeah, no, that's We got Saitama and Haley Joel Osment there. I didn't catch that. Okay. God, that's so funny. Alright. Yeah, well, I showed it, so... Yeah, there we go. Because it's not really, like, outright spoilers or anything, so I'm like, okay. If you don't even watch Invincible, that is still pretty funny. He seemed to be especially fond of Hijikata, though. But I didn't dare say it. Of course. Don't know why, Invincible Saitama has 2 circles on his head. I don't remember either. Understood. Before we knew it, evening had come, and Iba told us it was time for him to depart.
では、江戸に戻ったら、コードさんのことを聞いてみます。
The Saitama cameo is enough for you to be H. Yeah? It is funny.
言っておくが、その件は内密にしてくれ。
わかりました。誰にも口外しません。
As we exchanged goodbyes, the warriors returned from their afternoon rounds. One of them seemed to take notice of us, and he rushed over while shouting. Could Saitama punch hair back onto his head? Like, punch his own head for hair to regrow, or punch someone else's hair off to put on his head? Because the latter, sure. I don't think he could punch his hair back into growth, but... One of them seemed to take notice of us, and he rushed over while shouting. Oh my god, fucking this guy. It was Takeda, glaring at Iba angrily and demanding answers.
何を言ってるかわかりませんが、あなたとは初めてお会いすると思います。
私を愚弄するつもりか？貴様。名を名乗れ。
僕は幕府直参旗本大番士奥詰役伊庭八郎と申します。
幕府直参奥詰伊庭、あの伊庭道場。
はい。今日に所用があって参りましたので、旧知である司令官の皆さんへ挨拶に寄ったところです。
挨拶などと嘘をつくな。
Bruh.
先日のことを告げに来たのだ。
あくまで挨拶に来ただけです。それとも先日のこととやらを思い出した方がいいでしょうか。
Takeda seemed to still doubt Iba's words, but...
それはあなたがそう言うならそれでいいでしょう。私は失礼する。
Takeda seemingly took hold of himself, speaking with a semblance of respect before storming off. Oh my god, Bodhi. With the Bodhi training program, you too can look like this. This is the fucking... Imagine. Dude, now that's making me think of Bodhi bald. That's so cursed. There's no way. It's funny too, like the reason why he's growing his hair out is because his wife likes it like that. And you know what? That's fair. That's very sweet of him to do. You think Dio might be the main villain of this route? Yeah, you know what? That would make sense. He is so antagonistic towards Iba. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this route plays out. Use a bald filter on him. I should. Oh, speaking of like, well, photo editing and stuff. So like yesterday, Saturday. Saturday was so chill at first, like, that he was like, he excused himself for a break, and he went to one of the hallways in the building, and he set the phone down to take a picture of him just kind of standing around the hallway. And then he goes to edit it so that there's like, so that he makes like 3 other like clones of himself and like have them popping up out of the out of the halls and stuff. And it's funny because while he was editing that, Tosti was talking to us about like referrals from the hospital, just like, you know, case consulting. And he's just kind of like eyeing what Bodhi's doing, just like fucking editing this fucking picture. And then like he shows the end result to everyone, and then Tosti's like, "Oh, so that's what you were working on. I've just been looking at you editing over there." But yeah, Bodhi's so silly sometimes, or all the time, really. Like when we're not working, it's like Bodhi always has that, you know, he's always cracking the jokes and stuff. It makes working more fun. So yeah, like I like these guys. They're fun to work with.
トシさん、今の方は
5番組組長の武田官流祭。先日の茶屋の話は雪村から聞いてる。悪かったな。お前に迷惑はかけねえようにする。
Fuck that guy.
僕は大丈夫ですが、この子の方を気にかけてあげてください。一緒にいたのがバレたら大変そうです。
ああ、わかった。
それじゃあまた会いに来ますね。
Oh. Did he mean he would come to see me? Or did he just mean he would visit the headquarters? I couldn't respond since I was unsure, and Ibo gave me a smile. Don't think Hijikata's gonna make sure he doesn't bother Ibo any further. Yeah, right? Mostly because it's like, oh, it's not like he's gonna be in the room all the time, right? Or like, be around Takada to really make sure. He'll try, but yeah, we know. We'll know. His face seemed reluctant, if not a little forlorn, as he left the compound. I stared at him as he walked into the distance, until his figure disappeared. Iba was a mysterious person. Even if he was someone very important and upper class, he acted with integrity and kindness. He commanded a lot of respect from the captains of the Shinsengumi. I didn't know there was a samurai like him among the shogunate. That's a drink. Oh my god, fucking Among. It feels so stupid, but like, when we were watching Dungeons and Dragons on Friday, there was a line and they say Among Us, and I'm just like laughing my ass off, and Kyler's just like watching the movie, and I'm like, oh, my brain rot. Like, no reaction. I don't think he picked up on it. Like, I fucking hate it. It's like, Among Us has just been so integrated into the brain rot of our culture that it's just like, oh, anytime I see that fucking phrase, I'm just like, haha, Among Us! Also, July 1864, that's a drink, and then I think we'll just skip, right? Yeah. We all seen this. And we're saving ourselves from Nagakura's loud lines. I want to calm. I think I'm about to calm. I think that's what we're supposed to choose. Let's see. That's I don't even know what we're coming to. My mind was made up. I nodded to Harada. Let me just make sure that actually is what we're supposed to be doing. Of course not. Okay, never mind. Of course I chose the wrong fucking thing. Well, that at least earns us a drink, so... I will stay behind. Yes. Seems like there's an imposter among us. Excuse me, yeah, stay behind. That's a drink for choosing, excuse me, the wrong fucking thing. I'll stay behind. Have I chose this before? Yeah, no, I haven't chosen this choice before, so I'll play this out. Harada said nothing. He only smiled kindly in quiet acquiescence. It was difficult to say and to accept, but I didn't want to get in their way. Besides, how could I justify participating when I wasn't a true member of the Shinsengumi? I bottled up my indecisive feelings and returned to headquarters. A few days passed. Your medicine's ready. I was carrying medicine and some hot sake. Ooh! Oh, that's alcohol. That's a drink. The medicine was Ishida medicinal powder, which was manufactured by Hijikata's family.
宗司と平助に飲ませてやってくれ。それから三男さんに。
Oh, that's right. The inn incident already happened. Sanan's eyebrows rose at the mention of his name.
おや、私も飲むんですか？私の傷はもう塞がっていますよ。
試してみましょうよ、三男さん。この薬って何にでも効くらしいですから。
Sanan sighed in defeat and reached over to take his portion of medicine. His injuries had mostly healed, but his arm still refused to work properly. It was slowly becoming clear that it likely never would again. Oof.
石田三役は熱燗で飲むのが粋だよな。羨ましいぞ、お前ら。
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we're using sake with it.
羨ましいなら飲めばいいだろ。新八さんだって怪我人じゃねえか。酒は飲みてえが、残念なことに俺の怪我はもう治っちまってるんだよな。
Nagakura was injured at the Ikeda Inn, but he recently declared that he was completely healed. This was in spite of the fact his wounds still looked painful. I heard he had convinced Hijikata that his wounds weren't as bad as Okita or Heisuke's.
しかし、宗司と東堂君が怪我をするとはね。
あれは池田屋が暗かったから、普段の戦いなら遅れは取らないって。横合いから急に殴られたんだよ。おかげで八金なんて真っ二つだしさ。
Meanwhile, Heisuke's like mumbling over here.
拳で八金を割るか。随分と豪気な奴がいるもんだ。
Saitama? Saitama reference? Heisuke muttered something bitter and angry under his breath, but Harada just laughed. Inoue is like, why am I the only one drawn period accurate? Yeah, he wishes he could be pretty boy like everyone else. Yeah, it's pretty unfair. It's just him. I guess we needed like that one character.
あとなんだっけ、宗司から逃げ切ったやつもいたしな。
Okita only smiled quietly as Nagakura gestured toward him.
次があれば絶対に逃がしませんよ。次に勝つのは僕ですから。
Everyone was sharing their experiences at the Ikeda Inn. However, Saito remained silent. Is there something bothering you, Saito? I kept my voice low so as not to interrupt any of the other men in their conversations.
宗司らを負傷させるほどの実力者があの夜池田屋にいた理由を考えていた。長州のものではないと言ったそうだが、池田屋も人払いはしていたはずだ。
Oh.
池田屋の人間と老子たちの目を盗み、何らかの目的で侵入したか。目的は違えど、行動を共にしていた。
It looked like Saito was just sleeping. Did it? Huh.
今確実にわかるのは、奴らが相当の実力者だということだけだ。
The sliding door flew open as Saito finished his sentence. It was Kondo.
会津藩から伝令が届いた。
All conversation ceased. Eyes turned to Kondo.
長州の襲撃に備え、我ら新選組も出陣するよう仰せだ。
A cheer went up from everyone present.
ついに来たか。待ちかねたぜ。
Before Saito started talking, his eyes were closed while Yukimura was narrating. No, yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Like, I just totally didn't pay attention to it.
残念だったな、平助。怪我人はさすがに不参加だよな。でもせっかくの晴れ舞台だし。
He turned to Hijikata, clearly hoping that the commander might give him special leave to go.
不
Wait a minute, we've seen all this before. What am I doing? Okay, alright, let me skip over this. This is an event that just happens regardless. I just thought after choosing like that new choice, it's like we get new stuff, but I guess it really just omitted like an event from happening. Alright. Oh, wait, what? No. This is new then. Hold on. Oh, wait, so should I have gone back then? Oh. What? Oh, I'm stupid. Hold on, never mind. Let's rewind actually. Yeah, okay, never mind. So I'll rewind over here. I guess this is all new. Whoopsies. Damn. Oh shit. That's technically seppuku, right? No, he has to gut himself. Never mind. Heisuke's mouth snapped shut. I didn't think Hijikata would actually stab one of his own men, but neither did I think he would go easy on any of them. He's not a demon yet, right?
僕も今回は諦めようかな。参加したいけど本調子じゃないし。ちょっと外で涼んでこようかな。
Okita sighed and got up to leave. It can't be helped. Excuse me, I assume I'll be staying here as well? Kondo nodded.
ああ、宗司と平助がダダをこねんよう見張っておいてくれ。
He let out a short laugh. Okay. Before long, the Shinsengumi had left for the front. Only a handful of soldiers were left in the silent compound. What should I do now? Oh, right. Seeing the word silent, that reminds me. So there's this video I was watching of like sounds, like any music or sound effects from Silent Hill games that were used in like popular media. And like there's this fucking, so in Silent Hill 3 there's like a track and it uses a certain drum beat. Obviously Akira Yamaoka, he's the composer. He's used a lot of samples for Silent Hill, whether it's any like of the songs used in the OST or like just random like sound effects. But this drum beat sample was used in Master Chef. And I'm like, holy fuck, are you serious? Like, that's just fucking... I thought it was funny. Kondo had asked me to keep an eye on Okita and Heisuke. I think Okita was in the inner courtyard. I was a little concerned for him. He was still recovering, and catching a chill wouldn't do him any favors. If so... Still, that left Heisuke and Sanan. You saw that? Yeah, man, it's so funny. Like, what the heck? Maybe they're still in the common room. Heisuke seemed frustrated at being forced to stay behind, and Sanan had been even colder and more distant lately. I was worried for Okita, of course, but I felt there was something deeper affecting the other two. I feel like I should go in the courtyard, because maybe I'm supposed to go out and, like, what if Ipa is just randomly there? Oh wait, I already saved, so let's go to the inner courtyard. Let me make sure that's the right thing to do. I was supposed to go to the common room, that's a drink. For a midsummer afternoon, the air was unusually cold, but that's not where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go to the common room, so I'll drink for that. I heard Heisuke and someone else talking as I walked down the hall. They were in the common room then.
俺も行きたかったな。別名あるまで豚書で待機とか退屈すぎだって。
深い傷ではありませんが、大事を取るのは当然でしょう。
It sounded as if Sannan was actually trying to cheer Heisuke up. How long had it been since I'd heard Sannan say something nice to someone? He'd been a very kind man once upon a time.
そりゃ確かに怪我は怪我だし、豚書の留守も大事なのは分かってるけど。
君は傷さえ癒えれば、すぐに新選組の表舞台へ戻れますよ。それに比べて私には日陰者の道しか残されていないのですから。
それは。
An awkward silence fell over the room. It would have been rude for me to speak up, having left the inn unharmed on that fateful night. However, if they saw me loitering in front of the common room, it would make it clear that I was eavesdropping. Sannan being emo all the time. But yeah, that is nice. He's actually trying to cheer Heisuke up. He understands what he's going through. I had no choice then. I had to return to my room. As I turned to do so, Sannan's voice stopped me cold.
しかし、あの薬を使えば、私も再び剣を取ることができるかもしれません。
Serum? What did he mean by that? Some kind of medicine? But he was already taking the Ishida powder. Unless he was talking about something else.
何考えてんだよ、三男さん。本気で羅刹になるとか言ってんの。
Heisuke shouted at Sannan. What was this conversation about? Something about it seemed familiar. I'd heard something similar around when I first arrived. We were eating dinner together when we'd received the news of Sannan's injury.
薬でも何でも使ってもらうしかないですね。三男さんも納得してくれるんじゃないかな。
掃除。めったなこと言うもんじゃねえ。幹部が羅刹になってどうするんだよ。
Funny about that. They'd mentioned the serum then too. Were they talking about that?
あれは結局失敗になったんだろう。だから掃除とはじめくんが殺すことになったし。
Okita and Saito had to kill them? A memory suddenly flashed before my eyes. That fateful night I met the Shinsengumi. Yup.
確かにあの薬は未完成ですが。
Oh, that was technically a CG. That's a drink. Father? What did father have to do with this serum? My mind was a hurricane of thoughts, suspicions, and fears. I was scared of thinking too deeply about the implication of what I heard. I had stumbled onto something dangerous. Something I shouldn't know. I shouldn't be here. Hakuoki timeline if Sannan's other arm had been injured instead. Right? Rainbows, sunshine, and butterflies. No one would have to worry about anything. Like, Sannan is just so sus now. I backed away slowly. But then... of course they fucking found me. They knew. His cold, quiet voice filled the empty room. Maybe the words that came out of Sannan's mouth were directed strictly to Heisuke. Heisuke responded with a furrowed brow. Excuse me. I felt like those words were directed towards me. I scurried from the area as I grasped my chest to what? I scurried from the area as I grasped my chest to still my pounding heart. Brows be furrowing. Mad. As silently as I could, I returned to my room. I wished I'd never left. The Choshu extremist attack on the imperial estate eventually came to be known as the Hamaguri Rebellion. Okay, yeah, no, we've seen this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We know. We know. When Yukimura says she scurried, you imagine her on all fours running in place like a cartoon character before taking off in a puff of dust. Yeah. And then you say that and I'm like thinking of Devilman Crybaby, where it's like when anyone like who has like demonic energy or whatever and they're fucking running on all fours with their lanky limbs and it just looks so cursed. October 1864, drink and skip. Wait, what? Fuck, hold on, wait. No, we're supposed to rewind. What the heck? Okay, fine. Let me rewind here. Fuck, that was new. 2 months passed since Kyoto underwent the flames of the Hamaguri Rebellion. Summer faded into a warm memory, and the mornings and nights were starting to be quite chilly. I think this is good. I examined my appearance in the mirror, hair tied back with a cord. This will do the trick. It had been almost 10 months since I began living with the Shinsengumi. It seemed like I was finally getting the hang of dressing like a man, compared to how unfamiliar it originally felt when I lived in Edo. For the keen-eyed, however, I suppose there was no hiding that I am a woman. For instance, when I met Okita, Saito, and Haruda for the first time, they all knew right away. And Hijikata, of course. Yukimura's like, my father bald! Because of that, I became totally alone. He was my only family. Damn, Rip. And even when I met Iba. Ooh, Iba on the mind. Also, that's them showing a CG, so that's a drink. I thought I was doing a good job. Was my disguise as a man too obvious? I looked at myself in the mirror again. There really wasn't much I could do about my height or my face. I didn't want rumors spreading about the Shinsengumi. Maybe I should make more of an effort to appear like a boy. Love that Devilman scene, right? Like, I remember the first time where even before I was watching Devilman Crybaby, I think Tumblr was like showing off GIFs and stuff, or like there would be GIFs circulating the internet, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What is this even? But it, like, if in context, like it still makes sense, kind of, but it just like why are they running like that? Like fuck. Oh whoops. Excuse me. I could use a huskier voice, but how would I go about doing that? Excuse me. Maybe I could try using words men use? That may help. I looked at my reflection once more and puffed my chest up, practicing some more masculine words. So they think I look like a woman, huh? Joke's on 'em. I'm a man. Just a got a cute face is all. I haven't imagined like Boston accent the way they say that, but yeah, that's technically a huh, so I'll drink. You meant the my father died panel? Oh. Oh, yeah. It's still funny, yeah. I don't look it, but I'm a real manly guy. How was that? I thought that was a good start. What are you doing here? What the fuck? Yeah, that's definitely Eva. A voice came suddenly from nowhere, and I quickly turned my head. What the fuck are you doing invading my room like this? Eva, when did you get here? He saw me! My face flushed from embarrassment. I barely knew what to do with myself. Bruh, you're walking into my room watching me try to sound different. Yeah, she needs the hormone therapy. because that totally existed in late 1800s Japan. No, trust me, it wasn't anything you said. If anything, it was all the things I was saying to myself, but to think Iba would approach me when I was just thinking about him. Weird, huh? I took a deep breath to suppress my embarrassment and asked him why he was visiting. So, what brings you here today? Did you have business with Hijikata? Both he and Kondo are out on business at the moment.
いえ、今日はトシさんたちじゃなくて、あなたに話があるんです。
Me? You're gonna take your leave now? Alright. Yeah, no, like, it takes a while to get rid of the jet lag, but you'll get there. At least you don't really have anything to go to, so... But yeah, thanks for dropping by. As always, appreciate seeing you here. Hope you have a lovely rest of your night, get a good night's rest, and we'll catch you later. See ya. Glue some hair on to give her a beard. Yeah, no, she should do that. For me?
はい。実は先日まで江戸であなたのお父上のことを調べていたんですけど。
Oh, were you able to find anything? I asked eagerly, but Iba shook his head.
雪村診療所を訪ねてみたり、近所の人から話を聞いたりはしたんですが。
Oh, and he's back from Edo already? Okay.
残念ながら、高堂さんが戻ってきた形跡はありませんでした。
I see. Even though I braced myself, his confirmation made my heart sink like a stone. Yet again, I was disappointed. If there was no trace of him returning to Edo, then did that mean he was still somewhere in Kyoto? Still, if that were the case, there was no way the Shinsengumi wouldn't have noticed. Kyoto was hit hard by the Hamaguri rebellion. Thinking about it now, there was a chance that my father could have been involved in the fires too. I worried more and more for him each and every day. Iba seemed to take notice of my mind working busily, so he tried to comfort me.
落ち込むのはまだ早いですよ。実は今日に戻ってきてから僕、高堂さんらしき人の噂を聞いたんです。
Really? He nodded vigorously.
ええ。それで大使の方にお願いしたいことがあって。
Before Iba could finish, someone else spoke.
どこかで聞いたような声がすると思ったら、伊庭くんじゃないか。
本当に？
今日に来ていたというのはトシさんたちから聞いていたが、久しぶりに会えて嬉しいよ。
We heard his mellow voice from beyond the hallway, and we turned around. Inoue was standing in the doorway, menacingly.
井上さん、ちょうどよかった。お願いがあるんです。
おやおや、何かな。私で力になれることならいいんだが。
Shortly after, Iba led me to the main street. It was very rare for me to leave the compound. Usually I only left when I was accompanying one of the captains on their rounds. I was accustomed to the attention we'd receive while on rounds, as civilians would stare at us with fear and hatred. In this moment, however, no one paid us any mind, passing by us as they went about their business. Since arriving in Kyoto, I'd almost forgotten what it felt like to be a normal person. Hey Bork, what's up? How we doing? We're doing a drinking game, so if you'd like to take part with an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage, you can click on this link. Scroll... Oh, wait, hold on, it's the wrong link. But scroll down to the Hakuoki section, and we'll also let you know when to drink. There we go. Are you sure it's alright for me to be out here in the open, outside of the compound? I was so paranoid about getting into trouble with the Shinsengumi, so I had to ask Iba, albeit timidly.
井上さんの許しは得ましたから大丈夫ですよ。まあ多分どこかで観察方あたりが僕たちの様子を伺っているとは思いますけど。
You're showing a friend Fooly Cooly when I started? Alright. Well, that's cool. How are they liking it? Damn, I think Kyler hasn't seen Fooly Cooly yet either. I should totally show him that too. Oh, right. I was sure Inoue wouldn't blankly approve of me leaving the compound without good reason. I never linked the pre-stream music. Oh yeah, I was so excited sharing the news about Chowder. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, and well, the song for pre-stream was Shopping Theme by from Nintendogs, but it was a Siva Gunner rip. Yeah, no, I had I had a whole like script ready too, or like you know, a general template, because I usually think of what I'm gonna say, but then I just totally skipped over. But anyways, if you want to listen to that rip, I'll leave a link in chat here, but it was basically a medley of shopping themes from different like games, like the shop theme from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or Humoresque of a Little Dog from Earthbound and Mother 1, or Earthbound Beginnings, whatever you want to call it. Like, and then they also randomly had, like, you know, the Flintstones theme, because Granddad and Snow Halation, you know, being big Siva Gunner memes. And they included the Pokemon Center theme as like one of the songs too, because like I think they started including the shops in Gen 4. I don't remember, but they counted that as a shop theme as well. And then at the very end, they like have a very brief sample of Thrift Shop by Macklemore. Just so funny. But yeah, no, I totally forgot about that. And the pre-stream video was some cursed Instagram video that I found. I don't have a link to it, but it's like they posed it as a Sleeping with Sirens cover, but it's just so funny how he was singing. It's like over exaggerated emo voice, and then they put in some other random shit in there. I thought it was pretty funny. So you watched the first 3 episodes of Fooly Cooly, and he said it was pretty good. Hey, there we go. Yeah, Fooly Cooly is an experience. Like, it's so random, and the soundtrack really carries it. And it's still hard to believe that the Pillow's like officially disbanded at this point now. I keep forgetting to bring that up, but when I heard the news when it happened, and I'm just like, no! I'll never get to see them live! Like I ever would, but yeah. Your personal favorite Gainax show. Yeah, me too. Also kind of tied with Space Patrol Luluco. I have an attachment to that show. Like, I really like the soundtrack to it. It's very short. It's only 6 episodes. And also, like, I used to watch it. Like, I remember I watched it for the first time with one of our foreign exchange students, and he really liked it. And there's like there's like a not hand signal, or I guess you could even call it like a hand sign, but like he like, it's like putting up an L for loser, but you also put up your middle finger for it. It's supposed to be like an upwards facing trigger, and we'd always used to like do that hand sign, that hand gesture to each other. Water, yes, I'll drink that, thank you. But yeah, those are my top 2 favorites. And it's funny, because both of those shows are pretty short. Space Patrol Luluco, I believe, was broadcasted as a web series instead, I think. I don't remember. Or maybe I'm thinking of, because like, the character in question that does the trigger sign is like from his own web series, but I forgot what it's called. But he's kind of like a Ghost Rider kind of figure. Like, he's a skeleton and he's on fire. Over Iba? I blanked and forgot that Evangelion is a Gainax show. Yes, never mind. Evangelion's my favorite, my favorite Gainax show, yeah. But definitely, those 3 are definitely like top 3 for me, for sure. No, yeah, like I had my whole Evangelion phase too. Like I can't dismiss that. But then I forgot it was Gainax, so I don't know. I'm just like thinking like more modern Gainax compared to like Evangelion, like, you know, back in the 90s. It's like but yeah, no, like my dear Shinji, good old Kaoshin, just Karen. But yeah, no, those for sure, those are like top 3 Gainax. Anyways, I was sure Inoue wouldn't blankly approve of me leaving the compound without good reason. This was my biggest chance to gather any news of father. By the way, Iba, would it be too much to ask about what kind of rumors you heard of my father? Evangelion isn't a Gainax show. Gainax is an Evangelion studio. So true. Faja. Oh yes, tell me about your Faja. Iba froze up at my question. I wondered if something was wrong, or if the rumor in question was a little awkward. Just as I was thinking he was acting strange, Iba avoided my eyes almost guiltily as he told me the truth.
すみません。正直に言います。実は、コードーさんの噂を聞いたというのは、
Bro.
嘘なんです。
Huh? Yeah, me too, bro. But that is a drink, so. I didn't understand. I stopped in my tracks. What do you mean? Iba looked at me with a heavy-hearted expression.
さっき、あなたがあまりにも辛そうな顔をしていたので、放っておけなくて。
I heard a rumor that Kodo isn't really bald. No way. Imagine.
せめて、こうして外に出ることで気を紛らわせてあげることができればと思ったんです。
I didn't know how to respond. All I could do was stand there, letting the reality sink in. Iba's concern was appreciated, but... In other words, you lied to Inoue? His body shifted at the sound of my suggestion, and he gave a wry smile before responding.
そういうことになりますけど、多分彼は僕の真意ぐらい見抜いていたと思いますよ。
There has to be at least one story where a character dramatically reveals they aren't bald. Yeah, I know, huh? It's like I was wearing a bald cap this whole time. Imagine.
僕みたいに表には出さないけど、同じような気持ちでいたんじゃないですかね。
Come to think of it, when I first visited the compound, Inoue was the first one to show me kindness. Maybe Inoue saw through Iba's ruse, but agreed enough with his intentions to get my mind into a better place. He placed his hand on my shoulder while he gazed straight at me.
でも実際、コードーさんは死んではいないと思います。腕利きの乱暴医ならば、どこの班でも無限にされることはありませんから。
Well, I mean, you're not wrong, huh? His words came confidently and helped to melt my worry, if only just a little. I bowed towards Iba. Thank you very much. I agree with you, and I'm grateful for your words. However, if I can't obtain any information on my father, it might be best for us to return now. Okay, hold on. I think they should have put "it might be." I'm gonna count that as a grammar error. Yeah, just give me a drink. Iba seemed taken aback by my suggestion.
ちょっと待ってください。それじゃあ意味がないでしょ。あなたに少しでも気晴らしをしてほしくて、こうして連れ出したのに。
I know, but
井上さんも僕と同じ気持ちだってさっき言ったでしょ。ろくに気晴らしもしないうちに豚舎に戻ったりしたら、それこそ僕や井上さんの行為を踏みにじることになりますよ。
I guess he had a point, but still.
今は周りに新選組の大使もいません。めったにない機会だと思って。
Taking her out, huh? Yeah, right. No, he knows what he wants. I see through your ruse, Iba, which the game is not letting me say. What I want?
はい。井上さんから聞きましたけど、せっかく来たのに、ろくに狂見物もできなかったんでしょ？何でもいいから言ってみてください。あなたがしたいことは何です？
That's a good question. I want to take a stroll, I feel like is what we're supposed to say. Because that's how we're gonna get closer to him, right? So let's see. Take a stroll, bro. Well, a stroll would be nice. Oh! His face. My suggestion must have been unexpected. His eyes widened with surprise as he repeated it.
散歩? それだけでいいんですか?
Yes. Although I am allowed to go on rounds, I've never just walked around Kyoto, let alone taken in some of the sights. Yes, a stroll. Iba smiled kindly and nodded.
わかりました。じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Yeah, there we go. Ha!
にしてもあなたは随分無欲なんですね。かんざしの一つぐらいねだってもいいのに。
I don't know about that. The honesty behind his compliments made me blush, and I was too shy to look him in the eye. Mr. Smooth Talker. Suddenly, Iba glanced to the wide open sky and said softly,
あなたが焦ったり心配する気持ちはわかります。けれど、ここで気を張り続ければ見つかるものでもありません。病は心労から来るって言うでしょ。病気にでもなったらお父上も悲しみますよ。
His shock and disappointment made you nervous it was the wrong answer, right? I'm like, but let's play it out. Like, I felt like that was right, so I'm glad that it was right. But, I mean, if it was wrong, I would have gotten a drink, but whatever. A sudden thought popped into my head, making me recall the first moment I met Iba. He had this innate ability, an amiable charisma, that made every word come out without the slightest hint of coercion. Hold on, I just realized. Because Yamazaki's route, it proceeded pretty quickly. Hold on. How do I... Let me check the warrior record really quick. We are halfway through his route already. Perfect. Wow, look at us go. You could sense that his suggestions were always out of respect for you, and he knew the best times to affirm and to sympathize. Oddly enough, I thought I had felt like this a long time ago, but I couldn't quite place it.
それじゃあ、行きましょうか。
Say something that isn't in English. Alright, let me see what's on my list. Let me see. Oh, ooh, okay, this one's fun. Tanginamo. That means son of a bitch or motherfucker in Tagalog, I believe. Tanganimo. So yeah, there you go. That's your little bit of something that isn't in English for the day. Your word of the day. Iba started to stroll slowly. As we walked through the town, I would occasionally pass girls that looked to be around my age. Yay, indeed, right? Yeah, it's fun to say too. Tanganimo. All of the girls wore kimonos with hairpins, and they all dressed so fashionably that it captivated me.
今日の気倒れ、大阪の食い倒れなんて言いますけど、こっちの女の子は気道楽ですね。
Oh yeah, the mules are very nice down over there. Damn, dude. Ah. That may be true. Unlike Edo, where most girls wouldn't wear makeup, every girl in Kyoto wore at least a hint of rouge on their lips.
あなたもああいう着物を着ればすごく似合いそうなのに。
Ooh. Damn, this guy's a fucking charmer. I fell silent after his unexpected compliment. You're joking.
冗談じゃありませんよ。いつか綺麗な着物を着たところを見られるのを。
This guy is so forward. I love it. As we talked, we strolled around Kyoto, soaking in the happenings of the city. When we passed by the tea shop where we first met, Iba suddenly stopped.
あ、この間のお店だ。せっかくだから寄っていきましょうか。
Damn, this really do be like a date, huh? No thank you. We won't find any leads there. Come on, Yukimura. It's for the nostalgia, the memory. Oh my god. We Otome gaming out here for real.
君は真面目ですね。まあ、そこも君のいいところですけど。
I wasn't sure if it was because he came from an elite family, but Iba was rather blunt. He didn't hesitate to express praise, which left me at a loss for words.
次はちゃんとお茶の許可をもらって外出することにしましょうね。
Alright. Next time, I wondered if he was already plotting another one of these strolls. Also, they only put like one apostrophe like for the next time. I'll count that as a grammar error. It just looks so slappy. It wasn't as if Iba made me unhappy or uncomfortable. I was simply baffled by how much concern he showed me. We returned to the main road when Iba had a sudden flash of inspiration.
そういえばこっちって甘いものがすごく美味しいですよね。
Sweets?
前にカステイラってお菓子を食べたんですけど。
Castella? Bitch, that's not
すごく美味しかったですよ。
That's not fucking Japanese food, but it sounds nice, right? Oh, no, oh! A Japanese confectioner inspired by Western European desserts. Has a fluffy texture and an eggy taste. Well, I stand corrected. But I've never had a Castella before. I would like to try.
卵が入ってるので需要にもいいみたいですし、いつかあなたにも食べさせてあげたいな。
Oh. Of course, I'd never eaten the sweet he was talking about. Hearing him speak so excitedly about it had me excited as well. Soon, I noticed the sun setting in the west, dyeing the sky a golden hue. Summer had passed, meaning the sun set earlier behind the cool autumn leaves. If we took our time, the darkness would beat us home. Iba? I think we need to head back to the compound.
そうですよね。名残惜しいな。
Damn, I feel that. Iba's expression was so disappointed. Seeing him, I couldn't help but feel guilty. I'm sorry.
いえ、顔を上げてください。あなたを困らせたいわけじゃないですから。機会は今日だけじゃないですよね。また。
Oh, he wants another little date? I wanted to apologize for something else, actually. Whenever I saw him smiling happily, or even when I noticed that sad, forlorn look in his eyes, I couldn't help but feel guilty. All of the kindness you've shown me, I think it's because you've met me before, right? The thing is, I can't remember you at all, and it eats away at me. I'm so sorry for saying this. As I apologized, he smiled, but his sadness was evident by the look in his eyes. Damn, dude, that's... Oh, why would you say that?
仕方ありませんよ。だってあの時、あなたはまだ5つかそこらでしたから。
How old was he? Wait, you met me when I was 5? That was so long ago, yet he took one glance at me and remembered who I was. Iba nodded quietly and looked at me fondly, eyes full of nostalgia. I reflected then about my life at 5 years old. Was it around the time I just moved to Edo? As hard as I tried to remember, my memories from back then were hazy. Did I have a playmate? I desperately tried to scavenge any image of Iba that I could, but nothing came to mind. Meanwhile, he kept on staring into me.
あの時の約束、覚えてますか?
Clearly not if I don't fucking remember you. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, there's a drink for huh.
ダメですよ。
Oh, this? That's what he was talking about? Okay, never mind. Well, damn, that's like the second time they showed the CG. That's a drink. You mean back at the tea shop? You had a gay mate? Yeah, I know, right? That's the twist. He's gay. You told me a girl should stay out of danger, right? At my question, sadness flashed across his face. Then he wiped it away and smiled brightly. Excuse me.
そのことです。気をつけなきゃいけませんよ。
His reluctance to confirm what I asked him led me to believe that he was, in fact, referring to something else he said in the past to me. Yeah, right? I'm assuming that's what it was. Well, I don't fucking remember. But nothing came to mind. Hope her memories aren't hazy from the poison! I know, right? Fucking Kodo. Fuck the bald father.
そろそろ豚舎へ戻りましょうか。送っていきますから。
Imagine if he met Kaoru and not Hijaker. That would be a really good twist. Fuck. Oh, alright. I often drew a blank when thinking of my childhood, so this was all the more frustrating. And yet, his gentle demeanor put me at ease. I wondered what words we had exchanged so long ago. And why? Why couldn't I remember anything about them? Such thoughts crossed my mind as I walked back with Iba. Aw, fuck. This fucking dude. So here we are at chapter 3. The dawn of the new year came and went. It was February of 1865, and we had just finished breakfast. Oh, okay, yeah, she said the date, so that's still a drink. I opened the door to the common room, carrying a heavy tray full of tea, and that's another drink because she's serving tea. Everyone, the tea is ready.
おお、すまないね、雪村くん。
I made my way around the room, carefully pouring a cup of tea for each person there. Inoue smiled warmly as he sipped on the tea.
やっぱり寒い日には厚めのお茶が
I
うまい
mean,
ね。
okay, I'm pretty sure we've seen this before, but let me just play it out just in case. Thank you. I felt a flush of pride at his words. It may not be very much, but I felt as if I was helping out in some way. That was supposed to be a period, I'm sure. I'll drink for that. Then Hijikata spoke, and his words brought me back to the present.
ヤギさんたちにも世話になったが、この豚舎もそろそろ手狭になってきたか。
まあ、確かに狭くなったな。
You know what? No, we've seen this before. Well, I'll skip over. Yeah, that's right. Fucking Ito coming in. Yeah, okay, we've seen this before. Fuck this guy. And then that guy. Yeah, I remember they were discussing like the new place for the Shinsengumi to stay at.
だが無理。
I don't know, what am I gonna do? Let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to investigate. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I mustered up the courage to look into this. Just kidding. I'm supposed to return to the room. Whoops, that's a drink. Alright, and we've seen this before. Oh! I will, damn, more options. Let's see. I don't even remember what we were doing here. I'm gonna go back to my room. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Just go back. Just kidding. That was the wrong fucking choice again. I was supposed to go to the common room. I will drink for that. Oh shit, I didn't save for that, huh? Just kidding, I did. Remain in the common room. Excuse me. The question is, have we proceeded with this in the previous routes? Yes, I have. Okay, we'll skip over. I gotta have faith! I don't, what the fuck is the difference? Hold on, I don't even... He was completely spent. Damn. It'll be alright. What if we just go with that? It'll be alright. Just kidding. It was supposed to be, I gotta have faith. Which we've seen before, so then we can just skip over all that. And that is a drink because I chose the wrong fucking choice. Let's have faith in Sannan's spirit and strength. He was completely spent, I know, right? And blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh. Oh. I'm just remembering this now, but the other day, Kyler and I were like talking about how like, you know, how Bible Black got introduced as an inside joke at Quick, at least for my shift. And he was like, I'm surprised you don't refer to Dick on stream as Mr. Safe Search. And I'm like, that is actually a funny nickname. It is easier to say Dick, but Mr. Safe Search is so funny because the story is, because like when Kyler worked at Quick with us before, we decided we were talking about like you know, joke anime to like mention, to recommend to people, like, you know, Boku no Pico or Bible Black, and we were like, let's tell everyone to watch Bible Black. And then like so we told them, hey, you guys should totally watch Bible Black. So Dick immediately goes to Google Bible Black, and he had his save search on, and he's like, you guys are sus. Well, he didn't actually say that, but, you know, like, the lines, the implications of, you know, being sus, basically. And then he just kept referring to it as, instead of Bible Black, he kept calling it Black Bible. So it's like, anytime, like, he's like, you guys are sus, he's all like, yeah, okay, says the people who fucking suggested Black Bible. And it's like, I always say, like, random shit, but, like, when you least expect it. So, like, it's just like, yeah, okay, alright, Black Bible, yeah, we know you're suspicious. But yeah. Oh, also May 1865, that's a drink, we'll skip ahead. But yeah, so, like, I just thought it was so funny that Kyler was like, you should call him Mr. Safe Search. So yeah, that should be another codename for him. Butler Black. Oh yeah, I know, right? Imagine. That... Well, me too. Yeah, it's like we tell them to watch Butler Black. But we were also... You know what? Because we were also talking about how Bodhi... Oh, fuck this. Fuck Kaoru. But we were also talking about how fucking, like, Bodhi watched, Bible Black at work. Because I mentioned it as a joke again, like, I think this was last month. Because me and Nightmare were, like, talking about putting anime on the TV. Because Dick does not like anime besides Dragon Ball Z. So we were talking about playing anime on TV. And he was like, oh, it'd be funny if I put hentai on. And then Bodhi's like, what's hentai? So we explained to him it's anime porn. And then I'm like, yeah, it'd be funny if we put Bible Black on TV, right? And then Bodhi's like, oh. And then he takes that as like, oh, I should watch it. And like, I see on his phone, like, cause he paused it at some point. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You're actually watching Bible Black? And he's like, yeah, you told me to watch it, right? And I was like, no, dude, I was joking. But like, definitely don't watch it here. And he's like, damn, this is something else. There's like rape within the first 7 minutes. But yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Kyler and I were talking, like, we were talking about how, like, it would have been funny if we mentioned Boku no Pico. It's like, you guys should watch this. But at the same time, it's a good thing we didn't mention it, because in that case, imagine if Bodhi fucking watched Boku no Pico at work. It would look better if you watched Bible Black compared to Boku no Pico. But yeah, no, I would usually suggest Boku no Pico as, like, you know, as a funny thing to watch. Kyler would too, but he also mentioned, like, he would always joke around about having people watch Bible Black. What does Kyler think about Queens of the Stone Age? You know what? That takes me back. Cause, like, you know, it's funny. Kyler's dad is the one who, like, shares my music taste, because it's, like, you know, classic rock and stuff. And even Nero listens to Queens of the Stone Age. He fucking went to Coachella and saw them play at 2013, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm jelly. But, I remember when Kyler worked for us, we both had to take a client, because, like, it was a female client, and they suggested, like, because Kyler's job back then as an aide was to, you know, do transports for clients, but because this client was female and also would respond better to other females, I was brought along. And I remember he not forced me to, but he somehow made me drive us back. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give you a break from driving back. And like, he was like, you can play any music you want. So like, I played If Only by Queens of the Stone Age, and he was like, this is a pretty good song. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm glad you like it. And I remember, like, at some point later after that, he was asking me what song, you know, what song am I vibing with at the time, and I sent him I Appear Missing back then, and this was still while he was working at Quick, so he hadn't asked me out yet, but it was like, yeah, I think he liked I Appear Missing. I should play a whole Queens of the Stone Age album in the car one of these days. Like, if we go on a trip, then I think I should play Songs for the Dead, or Songs for the Deaf, because that whole album is fun to listen to in the car, because like, ideally it's a good song to listen to going from Joshua Tree to LA. Oh, no, it's switched. Because that was the whole concept of the album. It's like you're driving from LA to Joshua Tree. And the concept is like, you know, you switching between radio stations. Because, excuse me, they did kind of play around with different genres of rock in the album, which I thought was really cool. Like, it's a fun concept album. So, like, I think that would be fun to play in the car with him one of these days. But, yeah, I think Kyler, like, you know, approves of Quotza. It's not, like, his favorite band or anything, but, you know, he approves of it. Also, this is a drink for a CG. Also, wait, hold on. Oh, booze. They mentioned booze. Alright, I'm gonna skip over this. But we've seen this before. I don't need to play this again. Fuck Kaoru. Yeah, basically, oh my god, twinsies! So, you know what, Jacob, what you said about Iba possibly saying what he said to Kaoru, maybe that's what happened. But then at the same time, like, he was at the clinic. Kaoru never went to the clinic. He never stayed with Kodo, so I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But the fact that they show Kaoru here is like, But then again, they did show Kaoru for Haruda's route, and he wasn't really relevant, so, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll just keep moving on by. And, yeah, we've seen all this. Why did Kodo not raise Kaoru? Cause they decided to send the children to different families. So while Yukimura got Kodo, Kaoru stayed with like this rich family or something, but forced him to disguise himself as a girl. Also, this is a drink for CG. Oh dang, I just finished my drink. I'm not gonna open another beer, so I'm just gonna stick with water now. But I at least want to see another scene with Iba. But we have to do all the skipping because we've all seen this before. Come on, give me some new content. Star Wars logic. Yeah, right? Yeah, huh. Yeah. What?! Okay. Well, I take back my words. Hold on. You know what? Let's rewind then. We'll rewind to... Let's rewind to the introductions. I think that would be fair. At least here. I've seen these scenes before, except for that one. What the fuck? I did not expect that. I did not expect that. What? Now, to put names to faces. Chikage Kazuma. Kyuju Amagiri. Kyo Shiranui. They'd made an effort to impede the Shinsengumi at Ikeda and again at Hamaguri. Why are you here?
そのなぜっつうのはどうやってここに立ち入ったかを聞いてやがんのかだったら答えは簡単だ俺ら鬼の一族には人間が作る障害なんざ意味をなさねえんだよ
我々はある目的のためにここに来た
The mean girls are here. Yeah. Oh my god. I'd love to see them dressed up like mean girls, or at least saying mean girls quotes. It fits them. What? My heart was pounding so hard it felt like it was about to burst, and like so hard you could hear the sound effect here. How did these men know my name? I don't understand. A demon? What do you mean? You're here for me? Are you trying to trick me? He stepped forward, cloaked in darkness. When Amagiri spoke next, it was calm and peaceful, as if he were reasoning with a frightened child. Oh my god, they know my secret. I held my breath. How did he know? I'd never revealed this secret to anyone before. Well, just as I was about to deny their accusations.
Huh? なんなら血ぶちまけて証明した方が早いか
Kazuma, why are you cross-dressing? Amagiri, oh my god, Kazuma, you can't just ask someone why they're cross-dressing. Oh man, perfect. Shiranui's gun glistened eerily. I just love that this fucking character has gun.
貴様貴重な女鬼に傷を負わせるつもりか。
そんなこと言われても。 こいつの往生際が悪いんだからしょうがねえだろうが
After Kazuma glared at Shiranui, his eyes drifted once more towards the kodachi on my hip. My family name? What was wrong with Yukimura? Cold sweat was inching down my spine. Yeah, may I please kidnap you? Can you imagine? His hand stretched out from the darkness to grab hold of me. And it's so funny. Like, Nagakota's the one who was like his voice actor was told to like stand like so close to the mic, and meanwhile Kazuma's, you can barely hear him most of the time. So it's like, yeah, like let's have you step like as far away from the mic as possible. But then, surprise! Surprise! I heard a sword slide out of its scabbard as someone stood in front to shield me. This person was...
一体何の話をしているのかは分かりません。
What the fuck are you doing here in this late hour?
彼女は普通の女の子ですよ。昔からずっと。
His brave words were directed at Kazuma, but his eyes glanced to mine reassuringly.
大丈夫ですか？間に合ってよかった。
Iba! Despite him standing before me, I was in complete disbelief that he was here. What are you doing here?
僕も家持ち婚の護衛のためこの二条城を警護しています。
Where are you now? Is that really why you're here? I don't know, you kinda sus. But appreciate it though. Come to think of it, of course Iba and Okuzume would be here for the shogunate. Oh, okay. Sure. Kazuma flashed a hot white glare of contempt towards the blade pointed to his neck. His penetrating gaze burrowed into Iba. That's a drink for white. Hot white. Yeah, like Iba was unshaken, and his resolve looked unbreakable as he glared back at Kazuma.
あなたの答えによってはそうなるでしょうね。
貴様ごときに用はない。将軍の座
Oh,
敷員
that's him
がそれらし
calling.
く城の中で尻尾
Oh
を振
no.
っているがいい。
He has to call a Shinsengumi a dog or insect. And Iba's not Shinsengumi, so. You're gonna go to bed? Alright, well thanks for dropping by. As always, appreciate seeing you here. Hope you have a lovely rest of your night, get a good night's rest, and we'll catch you later. See ya. Iba, at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within Nijo Castle? Yeah.
そういうわけにはいきませんよ。彼女の意思を無視して連れ去ろうとするのなら阻止するほかありません。
They glared at one another for a few more seconds, mutual killing intent sparking in the air like fireworks. Eventually, Kazuma turned back towards Amagiri and shot out an order.
貴様ごとき、この俺が相手をしてやるまで遊んでやれ。
Amagiri sighed, stepping forward.
やれやれ。
I just love whenever they do the sigh in the asterisk. And he didn't. The fucking yada yada is not sigh. It's silly.
風間では殺してしまいそうですし、知らぬいの獲物は手加減ができる代物ではない。となると、私がお相手するしかありませんか。
Amagiri assumed his fighting stance, and a subtle killing intent began to emanate from him. The hairs on my body stood immediately. It felt as if I was suddenly thrown before some creature, its fangs ready to sink into me. It was said that talented swordsmen, when crossing paths, can estimate one another's power by looking into each other's eyes, without even drawing swords. If this went on... Iba! My throat was dry from anxiety. I called his name, but he didn't turn around.
下がっていてください。怪我をするかもしれない。
But...
下がっていなさいと言ったんです。
He raised his voice, repeating himself, and I retreated slowly behind him. I didn't think Iba would lose, but I reached for my kodachi just in case. Man, actually do something, Yukimura. Iba adjusted his grip on his sword and faced Amagiri. The tension seemed impenetrable. Then suddenly, Amagiri dropped his guard briefly, attempting to predict Iba's movements. But Okay. Iba didn't miss that opportunity. Dang, what? He swiftly thrust the tip of his blade towards Amagiri, but it was dodged immediately. Iba's eyes widened, and mine did too. Amagiri's speed was superhuman. Well, yeah, he's not even human at all. He's a fucking demon. But Iba did not yield. Iba's swordsmanship was masterful, almost superhuman as well, and he was able to corner Amagiri. He moved like a flowing river, elegant, with no wasted motion. It was so awe-inspiring that I almost forgot I was watching a battle.
なるほど。さすが奥詰めという大役を務めるだけのこと
Yeah, but he's able to keep up with them? There has to be some kind of supernatural force at work here.
鬼の一族でも君とまともに立ち会える者は多くはないでしょう。その強さに敬意を表します。
The compliments from Amagiri came as a surprise to Iba, and Kazuma as well, whose eyebrows furrowed deeply.
喋りすぎだぞ。
A true battle between two highly skilled warriors left no room for reprieve. If one side were to become distracted, even for a second, it could cost them their life. It'd be wild if Iba were a demon. Right? Like, that's what I'm starting to suspect, but I'm not even sure anymore. Iba muttered as he swung his blade down. He'd won. Or so I thought. Oh! Ooh, also new CG, so that is a drink. He must have never anticipated in his entire life that someone could catch his sword with their bare hands. Iba's eyes widened for a moment, then he gritted his teeth with frustration. Amagiri's eyes narrowed before he spoke softly.
先ほどから狙いは腕や足ばかり。無視の相手には本気を出せませんか。どうやら人を切ったことがないと見受けられる。
Bro. Iba swallowed. He seemed unable to hide his surprise at how Amagiri had seen through him in such a short amount of time. Amagiri closed his eyes and lowered his fists, gesturing that he had no further intention of continuing their fight.
所詮将軍にこびるために身につく座敷犬の芸という人を殺せぬ剣に一体何の価値があるというのだ。
おいおいおい、一体何を遊んでやがんだよ。
Shiranui grew impatient. He pulled out his handgun. The cold steel shone, and the barrel pointed towards Amagiri and Iba. No! Before I knew it, I was running towards Shiranui. I acted instinctively. I reached both arms, palm out, towards the gun. I heard a gunshot. It rang so heavily in my head that it felt like my skull was slammed against the ground. Which is probably what happened, actually. Hijacker! After Iba yelled, there was a prolonged period of silence. Was I dead? That's it! Game over!
No, nigga. No!
Yeah, that's Yukimura.
No! No!
As I attempted to recollect myself, I cracked my eyes open.
ったく、余計な真似するんじゃねえよ。貴重な女鬼をよりによって俺の手で殺させるつもりか？
Shiranui snapped up reproachfully. He seemed to have shifted his aim away at the last possible second. Oh, okay. Gah! Oh, his bullet had shot through both of my hands. Crimson blood dripped from holes in my palms, as if I were holding red spider lilies.
大丈夫ですか?
Yes, I'm fine. It's like they're just making more and more feminine. Yeah. I tried my best to play off the intense pain, forcing a strained smile through my teeth. Iba, however, looked like he was in even more pain than when he was hit. Where's the old grandpa character that's too old for this shit? So like, the bald guys. Yeah. And then the one guy who actually has period accurate hair.
知らぬい。貴様貴重な女鬼の体に傷をつけるとはどういう了見なのだ。
そんなこと言われてもしょうがねえだろうが。こいつがいきなり飛び出してきたんだからよ。あのままちんたらやってて人間どもが集まってきたら面倒なことになっただろうしな。
確かにそうか。我が刀人間どもの血でいたずらに汚す必要もないだろうからな。
Kazuma then drew his sword in one smooth motion. Once again, Shiranui pointed his gun towards Iba. Amagiri quietly moved into his fighting stance. Dude on the left got some facial structure and facial hair of the male species. Yeah. No, he does. Yeah, I like that he has no eyebrows and got, like, you know, those, what would you call those? Like, it's like the fucking forehead just sticks out because of those bones. I'm just not sure what bones those are, but yeah. I think he's the only one with facial hair in this game, actually. He's mewing, for real. Although he tried his best to keep his stance steady, Iba was clearly shaken. He was having trouble when it was one-on-one, but now there were 3 of them to deal with. I gripped my kodachi with bloody fingers, and together, Iba and I slowly inched backwards. All of a sudden...
Oi, temera!
Ah, there we go. It's the Shinsengumi. I heard a familiar voice in the darkness. Also, hold on. This is technically Shinsengumi coming out of nowhere to save Yukimura. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Oh wait, yeah, of course. That's a drink. It was...
まさかここでてめえらの面を拝むことになるとは思わなかった。
確か天霧といった薩摩藩と懇意にしているあんたが何故ここにいる。
お前手怪我してるじゃねえか。
Oh, whoops. Oh. You know what? I really gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna take a quick Persona break. Hold on. I got something to play, I think. Yeah. So I'll be right back. If you guys need to take a Persona break as well, then by all means do so. Or if you just, excuse me, if you want to go for a snack or chill out, do whatever. But I need to go and use the bathroom, so I will be right back. That's the wrong song. Hold on, let me find it. There it is. Okay, I'll be right back for real.
Rain, make it, rain, girl, make it. 매주 하는 생각. What if it's just me? 영화 한 편 끝나듯이. As real as it can be. 급했던 기억들은 Where can't you see? 창문 없는 방에 When I am so free. Mother Russia in my cup and my glass is fogging up. Oh yeah, hey dog, hey what's up?
Oh yeah, hey dog, hey what's up?
When the sweaty walls are banging, I don't fuck with family planning. Make it rain, girl, make it rain. 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 매주 하는 생각. What if it's just me? 영화 한 편 끝나듯이 As real as it can be. Mother Russia in my cup, and my glass is fogging up. Oh yeah, hey dog, hey what's up?
Oh yeah, hey dog, hey what's up?
When the sweaty walls are banging, I don't fuck with family planning. Make it rain, girl, make it rain. 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 Mother Russia, make it rain, girl, make it rain. 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 Make it rain, girl, make it rain.
Alright, I have returned. So, that song we were listening to was Street Marker from Nintendogs. But you might have guessed that was another Siva Gunner rip. Another Nintendogs Siva Gunner rip. So, they mashed up that song with Rain Girl by, what's her name? Yaji? What's her name? Hold on. What is her name? Huh. Yeah, Yaji. And then they also put in like there's a little whistle that's used in the sound font for Nintendogs, and it plays Song of Storms from Ocarina of Time. And they also mash in Bad and Bougie by Migos. And oh yeah, also another sample used, Dog Song from Undertale. The little barks used there. Play that song for a little bit. But yeah, no, it's a fun rip. It actually has some visuals, like, it shows the music video for Rain Girl, while also having, like, a Nintendogs overlay, playing for the whole rip. So it's cool, and, you know, it fits. Like, I love the house, sound of Rain Girl, and it just kind of fits Street Marker. They just really made a banging track. Like, I would totally love to listen to this at the club. But if you want to listen to that rip, I'll leave a link in chat right here. Yeah. So anyways, we will continue with game. Let me just adjust sound. There we go. Oh.
八郎、急いでこいつの怪我の手当てをしてやってくれ。分かってます。こちらへ。
I'm fine. This is nothing. Kazuma stared angrily in our direction.
なんだ貴様ら。我々のことを勘ぐるより、幕臣どもに媚びでも売ってきた方がいいのではない。名をなす絶好の機会だ。
そうはいかねえよ。池田屋の時といい、金門の変の時といい。
Always you
騒ぎ
three.
の時には決まっててめえらが現れやがるからな。 孝子の憂いっつうのは早いうちに立っとくに越したことはねえだろ。
Hijikata smiled wryly, pointing his sword towards Kazuma. Okay, that's definitely a dog thing, so that's a drink for that. He's calling the Shinsengumi dogs. Kazuma was about to put Hijikata to the test.
風間、ここは引きましょう。我々は目的を十分に果たしたはずです。我ら鬼はあくまで歴史の陰に住まう者。歴史を大きく動かすような真似をしてはなりません。
Kazuma briefly glared at Amagiri, then his red eyes quickly returned to me.
雪村の名を継ぐ女を、我々が言ったことを夢忘れる。いずれお前を迎え、その時を楽しみに待っている。
待ちやがれ!
Hijikata attempted to chase after them. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was implying there. The why is it when something happens it's always you three Harry Potter line. Yeah. I know. There was something else that happened. And I was like, "Oh, yeah. It's three of that. It's kind of like that one Harry Potter meme, but I can't remember if it was for a game or something I was watching." However, they disappeared as if melting into the darkness.
そう遠くへは行ってねえはずだ。近くを探すぞ。
承知。おお、分かってるって。八郎、後のことは頼んだぜ。
Iba nodded to Haruda, and the other men ran after Kazuma, disappearing into the night. Silence returned, and all we could hear were the sounds of insects and water in the moat.
手当てをしましょう。
Haruda smiling while everyone else looks serious. Oh no, huh? I know it's weird they showed that sprite instead. He has an angry sprite. Iba's words were gentle, but I just couldn't show him. There was no way I could let him see. The spot where a bullet had pierced clean through, my injury, one so serious it shattered bones, had already healed. I couldn't let anyone know about my body. When I was a little girl, I remembered that I had made a promise with someone. Aw, bitch, that's probably the promise that you made with fucking Iba. Oh my god. However, Hijaker. Iba urged me in a low voice. Show him your hands, bro. Shows the trust. Oh my god. Yeah, what the fuck? So she really did. Okay, let's see. I wanted to hide the secrets of my body, but Iba was a sincere person. Not only that, but Haruda also had told him to tend to my injuries earlier. No matter how much I told him I was fine, I was sure he wouldn't accept it. The secrets of my body. Oh. I gave up and showed both of my bloody hands to Iba. He softly took them and slowly, gently wiped my wounds with a piece of cloth he took from his pocket. After wiping the dried blood, his hands suddenly stopped. I couldn't blame him. The bullet wounds on my hands had completely vanished. His eyes narrowed slightly, and he looked directly into my eyes.
君は?
You see, I tried to play it off, but nothing reasonable came to mind. Oh shit. No, this was the wrong choice. Hold on. I'm like, something's not right here. I was supposed to hide the hands. That's right. I'm Wolverine. Yeah, so I'll drink for that. Damn, bro. Yeah, you wanted to see what he'd say? Nah, it's too late. It's too late. You'd be like, you're a freak. No, I couldn't let Iba know. Seems like my injuries were lighter than I thought. And also, if you actually want to see what he'd say, play the fucking game. I can tend to them myself, so please, don't worry about me. Oh, well, there's a drink again. I tried to brush it off, but Iba just stared back at me. He wore a very stern expression, and there was a pause before he spoke again softly.
傷を見せたくない理由でもあるんですか?
Well, his probing question put me on the spot, and for a moment, it was difficult for me to speak. Yeah, okay, there we go.
見せてください.
Bruh, if I'm gonna show him anyways, what the fuck?
かばった女の子の肌に傷なんて残してしまっては武士の治れですから。
I was still unsure. I finally gave up and held out both of my bloody hands to Iba. What's the fucking point? Excuse me. Right, what's the fucking point? You're gonna hide them? Just keep them hidden and like you end up showing the hands to him anyways. Like what the fuck? Ugh, whatever. He softly took them and slowly, gently wiped my wounds with a piece of cloth he took from his pocket. After wiping the dried blood, his hands suddenly stopped. Visual novel choices are dumb sometimes, that's true. Yeah. Like... It's so frustrating when both choices lead to the exact same, like, result that was implied in the choices in one choice anyways. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, see, if you're curious, that's what fucking happens. But still, it's like we went with the other one. He had a different reaction, but how's he gonna react now? I couldn't blame him. Oh, no, it's the same thing. What the fuck? So what was the point? Okay, well, never mind. There you go. I hope you're fucking happy. I tried to play it off, but nothing reasonable came to mind. I closed my eyes and hung my head. I know. This isn't normal. No matter how many times I got injured, my wounds always healed immediately. When was it, I wondered, that I noticed that it wasn't normal?
君は負った傷がすぐに癒えませんか? 並の人間とは思えぬほど怪我の治りが早くありませんか?
Earlier, Amagiri had noticed that my body was unnatural. They all thought I was one of them, but who were they? If their words were true, then I must be. Suddenly, Iba put his hands on my shoulders. I flinched and looked up, but he stood there with a warm, kind smile.
大丈夫。あなたはただの女の子ですよ。
Bro? It was as if he could read my mind. But...
だって僕は知っていますから。あなたが
Bro knows.
素直で優しい
Of course.
普通の女の子だということをずっと昔から知っていますから。
What are you trying to say? He tightened his grip on my shoulders. His soft voice was nostalgic.
あの時に交わした約束ずっと守ってきてくれたんですね。
Bro. Huh? That's a drink. I responded, a little surprised, but Iba quietly opened up to me.
覚えていませんか? 一緒に手をつないでお菓子を買いに行ったり、コードーさんの蘭学書を二人で読もうとしてさっぱりわからなくて
So they were
頭を抱えたりもしましたよね。
Gamemates, whatever. Oh! The memories that had faded over the years started trickling in, gradually gaining color as Iba described them to me. Ah, yes, that's right. When I was a child, there was an older boy that occasionally visited my father in order to read his books. He was a quiet boy, always reading studiously. It was almost impossible to imagine that the boy would become a talented swordsman entrusted with guarding the shogunate. Do you remember? I don't even remember what month it is. That was really you, Iba? I still couldn't believe it, and I smiled shyly to him.
はい。君の秘密も その時に
Oh my
聞かせ
god.
てもらったんです。
It's almost impossible to imagine that the girl would become an Otome game protagonist. Yes, indeed.
その時に交わした約束は今もはっきりと覚えています。
His words made me gasp. You can't let anyone know that your injuries heal quickly. It wasn't my father who told me that. It was Iba. Plot twist. And there was another thing I remembered.
あの時の約束覚えてますか？
It was the promise he mentioned. He didn't mean the promise we'd made when we first met in Kyoto. That's supposed to be a when. That's definitely a drink. All of a sudden, I was thrown back into a fresh, unearthed memory. His name, the name I used to call him, came surging back to me. Damn, so he's the childhood friend character. Hachiro? He smiled, and it was as if the sun shone in his eyes.
そうです。まさか忘れられてるとは思いませんでした。僕はずっと覚えてたのに。
I mean, you've gotten so tall, Hachiro. We knew his name was Hachiro? Yeah, like, how did she not make the connection? I don't know. Like, usually in these fucking anime style whatever, when they're kids, they look almost exactly the same, just like littler versions of, you know, their adult selves or their grown-up selves. So it's like, I don't know, man. Fucking Yukimura is so dense. I don't remember you being this gallant.
凛々しい？僕がですか？
Oh? My cheeks felt hot. I was blushing beyond belief. Back then he had a bowl cut. Imagine. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just talking to myself. I only said what any ordinary girl would probably feel. Iba looked a little hurt, and he glanced to the side for a moment.
そうですか。つまらないな。あなたにそう思ってもらえたのなら嬉しかったのに。
Maybe I shouldn't have tried to correct myself and just left my words as they. Fucking Yukimura. But it felt strange saying such a thing to a man. However, Iba shifted the conversation, his expression serious.
さっきの3人はあなたのことを同胞と呼んでいましたが、心当たりは？
I silently shook my head. That's the thing. I have no idea.
気になりますね。彼らは君に妙に執着していた様子ですし。
What could those men know about me? They seemed to know the history of my sword and of my name. Suddenly,
おい、八郎！雪村！どこにいるんだ？
it would have been way cooler if he knew about demons already. Yeah, huh? Well, I guess we'll see how this plays out then. That voice.
トシさんたちが戻ってきたみたいですね。話の続きはまた今度にしましょうか。
When we met back with Hijikata, he asked us to fill him in on what had happened. In the end, Kazuma and his men disappeared, leaving no trace behind, and the men were unable to hunt them down. Okay, I think I'll stop there because it is getting late and, well, I'm not gonna open another beer. I'm not gonna drink whiskey. So, yeah, no, well, that was interesting that we saw Eva, like, interfere there, and also he's really... He knew about Yukimura's secret this whole time. Damn, dude, like, they really were childhood friends. Interesting. Well, I can't wait to see how this story plays out. What is his route gonna be like? We'll see. How romantic is it gonna get? But yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. As always, love chatting with you guys and hanging out. If you're just watching, I'm always glad to be entertainment. So, I feel like Resident Evil is gonna be the next game. Let's just double check on that. Yeah, Resident Evil is gonna be next. So look forward to that later today. And I'll take my leave. Mata nene, my dudes. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night or day wherever you may be. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care, stay safe out there, and peace out.